Three, two, one. Muted, no sound. Can you hear me now? Okay, thanks. Muted. Oh, no sound here too. Can you hear me yet? Better. Awesome. There you go. Okay, how does this happen maybe once a month? Once every couple of months? Yeah, there's always glitches. Let me start over. Welcome to the live stream. My name is Rob the Maritimer. And if this is your first time here, welcome. It's nice to meet you. And if you're returning, welcome back. So thanks for stopping in. I got several things to talk about today, but I'm also going to get into the chat. And if you have any questions, it'd be great if you can put QQQ in front of them or several Qs, whatever. Try to get my attention, basically, is what that's all about. That way, hopefully I won't miss your question. Apologies in advance if I can't get to all of them. I can't usually get to all of them, but I'll answer as many as I can. But I do have some things to talk about first. I don't know if any of you saw the post that I made earlier today. I got 5 thumbs up and 2 comments on it, so some people saw it. All I said, ooh, this is going to be good. See you soon, Rob. I made dinner early so I can be on the live. Journey with Nicola. Thank you. And Peter. Awesome. So I will get to that shortly. But first, so exciting news for next week's live stream. It's going to be a little bit different. Same time, Tuesday at 1 o'clock Eastern. But before I get to that, for any of you who are members of this channel, this is a Doc Party week. So tomorrow I'll have another members-only live stream. So Wednesday, 1 o'clock Eastern, same time. And it's just for members. That's basically means there's going to be far fewer people in there. And I get to answer all of your questions, several questions. And I stream for at least an hour, sometimes 2 hours. So usually a little shorter in that one, but that's because people run out of things to say. What else we got? Here's some news. So Friday, Peanut gets her annual haircut. So I don't know, that's news to me, but I don't know if any of you have been around watching my stuff since last summer. You'll know that it was last July, I think, that she last had a haircut. So she's overdue, right, Peanut? She's on the floor here. So anyway, that's not that exciting, but live streams. So for those who don't know, I went live twice since my last Tuesday live stream. So last Wednesday, I went live at a beach outside remotely just with my phone. It was cool. It was fun. It was more of a test. I just wanted to make sure things would work okay. Used my DJI mic. I used Prism Live on the phone. Everything went great. Well, I shouldn't say everything went great. There were a couple of glitches. For the biggest one, I think, was the live chat replay was not activated. So you can't watch that now and see what the live chat was. It's gone. And that's simply because I didn't schedule it first. I just went live when I got there. Then Saturday morning, I went live again, also at the beach. This time it was in the morning. So the thinking process was I'd go live more than just this time. Because, a lot of you, the people who are here, most of you, if you're regulars, you know that I go live at this time every Tuesday. And that's great for probably half of the globe. The other half of the globe are fast asleep right now. And I'm thinking mainly, Australia, New Zealand, Philippines, Japan, China, over there, right? It's just middle of the night. So I thought, let's go live in the evening. And we ended up with a lot of Australians there. And then Saturday morning, again, a whole lot of Australians. So Saturday morning here was Saturday night there. So anyway, they went well. And I think I got I wrote it down. 84 peak viewers on the Wednesday night one and 92 viewers we got up to on the Saturday one. So that was fun. And for those who were at the Saturday one, I told you I was going to let you know what the battery power did, the drain. So my iPhone went from 95% down to 35% in a 2 hour live stream. Okay. And that's the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So just FYI. And the phone was doing double duty. Not only was it streaming, well, 3 things. Prism Live was running. It was streaming to YouTube through the cell network. That's 2 things. And the third thing is it was sending an internet signal to my iPad where I was able to read the chats. Okay, but still, all those 3 things that handle it beautifully. So what I did was, and I promise I'll get to the chat in a second, but the poll, I put a poll out yesterday and I asked you, should I do more of those? Like unscheduled at different times, more live streams, because I love doing them. Like it's no skin off my back, right? I think it's great. Connect with more people, different times. I like it. So the answers we got back. We can, what button do I got to make sure I press the right button here. Here we go. That one. Yeah. So here are here's the poll right here. Here are the results. So 129 voted. Actually, maybe let's just refresh this. So I said stick with only the regular one, 23%. Add a midweek evening stream, say Monday or Wednesday, 35%. Add a midweek morning one, like at 7 in the morning, only 6%. That's good. And add a weekend morning live stream, 36. So basically, 36 and 35, what's that? 71. 71% of you basically said add another one, whether it's Saturday morning or Monday or Wednesday evening. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm always going to do this one, Tuesday, but I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do a second one every week. And that second one, there's not going to be a set time. I will announce it like a couple days ahead of time in a post. But some weeks it's going to be in the evening. Some weeks it'll be in the morning, weekend. More often than not, the idea is I'll do them from outside. So they could be at the beach. They could be out on the water, whatever. Well, I'll just pick some fun places. As long as there's a good cell phone connection in that location, I can stream. Okay, so that's that. Let's go back here. And let me just quickly get into the chat. Who's all here and where are you watching from? I always ask that same question. I promise I won't spend too much time before I get into the special announcement. I just want to see if... Georgia fan says, I'd like to see the Saturday morning one keep going. Yeah, that'd be cool. I don't think I could do it every Saturday, but that was fun. So I did it at 8 a.m. my time, 8 till 10. So that was 7 until 9 Eastern time. And it went great. Flagstaff, Arizona's here, Ontario. Would love to learn how to put on a generated subtitles in more languages. Okay, cool. Let's see. Atlanta, Georgia fan. Go figures. I saw a comment from you earlier. Hi, Rob. Go USA. Red, white, and blue. Just like the trolls you. No problem. You could have stopped at the red, white. No blue. Go Canada. Anyway, no, it's all in good fun. All good. Let's see. What else we got here? I've got a special announcement. I'll get to that momentarily. Good morning, Pam. How you doing? Good to see you again. Accidental Software Engineer is here. Hello, Tiff. How you doing? Nicola's here. Hello, Nicola. Jane. Hello, Jane. Got a question here. What do you think about using computer-generated voice until I get my mic? Personally, I don't think a lot of it. I don't love using computer-generated voices myself. If your plan is to voice your videos yourself eventually, I would just wait till you get the mic. That's my honest opinion on that. I don't like the idea of just going down the AI rabbit hole with stuff like that. If you can do it with your own voice, the quicker you start doing it with your own voice, the better you'll get at it. Start with a mic that's not the one you've ordered. Like just if you have a cheap or whatever mic might be in your computer is fine to start with. BIG rules. Not sure what you mean by that, but sounds good. Peter is here, all about the alternative. Peter, listening to Linkin Park, One More Light while waiting for Rob. Linkin Park's good. I like Linkin Park. Let's go, gang. We can't wait. Yay. Let's see. What else we got here? Robert is here. Square Tail Fishing is here. Let's see. We got a question. Could you show the audio processing steps in Audition? So I'm going to write that one down. That's a longer one. Audio processing. I'll get to that. We've got Lego Tours. We got Jane. We've got Andy is here. Welcome, everybody. Disney Walkers, hello. I clicked it, didn't work. There we go. JC, hello, JC. Hack Media loves my head. Thank you very much. All right, let's see. Hi, Lego Tours. All right, so why don't I get to the announcements? It is 2:12. kind of excited about this. So next Tuesday, live stream, I'm going to have a special guest on. Actually, I'm not going to have a special guest on. I'm going to have 3 special guests on. I've invited 3 other creators. You probably know who they are. And what we're going to do is, if any of you have seen the live interviews that I did several months ago, I called it the Over 40 YouTubers Success Podcast. And I think I did 7 or 8 or something like that. I had people on. They joined me via Zoom, and then I was able to add them to the live stream, and we had a chat for an hour or so. And you guys got to listen. I asked questions. They asked me questions. You guys asked questions, and it was fun. And I was doing those as an extra. I did most of those on a Monday, and then my regular live stream was Tuesday, the next day. So I would still do both. But for this one, and perhaps this will be the first of a new series, but we're going to be on Tuesday. And who's it going to be, you're wondering? Let's see, where are we? Any guesses? No, that's silly. Alexis Aranoia is going to be on. Ty Myers is going to be on. And Brian G. Johnson. Okay, so those 3 are going to join me. And I've got to create a template for Ecamm where the 4 of us are going to be each in a corner, and we're going to have a chat. And I think we're aiming for 90 minutes, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. It's kind of, we're from all over the world. We've got a couple people from middle of the States, and Alexa's over in Finland, and I'm here in Nova Scotia, kind of between everybody. So yeah, it's. I think this is going to work out, and expect some technical glitches because I'm going to be participating in this, but also producing it, like switching scenes and stuff. I'll try to keep it simple, but anyways, that's what we're going to do, and might call it some kind of like a round table discussion. In my mind, I'm thinking, get a whole bunch of creators in a room, right, and listen to them chat, right? Like, I'm one voice, okay? And I've done videos in the past where I talk about or I recommend, or I let you guys know what other creators I watch and who I learn from, right? Because I don't know it all. Believe it or not, there's stuff I don't know. And I learn from these people. So I feel like anybody who wants to get into this, whether you want to get into videos or live streaming, or you want advice on camera gear, or like, everybody has expertise in different things, right? Slightly different for everybody. So if you can hear us all chat amongst each other, I feel like maybe you can learn something from that and give you an opportunity to ask questions. Now, one of the things I anticipate it being difficult is if you guys ask questions, because if you get 4 of us in a room, and we're virtually in a room, and we're all going to be chatting, there may not be that much opportunity to ask, or for us to answer a lot of questions. We will answer some, but certainly won't be able to get to all of them. What did I miss here? I got a super chat. Thank you very much, Todd. I really appreciate it. And you say, a big shout out to you, Rob. You advised me to just start posting. I've created 10 videos, 23 subscribers in 2 months. My YouTube channel, Pompano Beach Vibes, shows off sunrises, pier, and beach fun. That sounds awesome. Way to go, Todd. Congratulations. That's awesome. 23 subs in 2 months. So that's a faster pace than I was. I got 3 in my first month, and I can't remember how many I had after 2 months, but it wasn't 23. So congratulations, Todd. That's cool. Awesome. All right. So what else we got here? Any other questions? I'm looking actually at the current ones. I will get back to the live chat, but see, they come so quick. What do we got? We got chat rate is 9. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? Not sure. I'll answer this question really quick by Panda Official. Panda Official or Panda Official? Question, do you like OBS or do you prefer some other software? I prefer Ecamm Live. That's what I'm using right now. Nothing wrong with OBS. That's very popular. A lot of people use it. And it's available for both PC and Mac. But I use Ecamm Live. It's only available for Mac. And I love the ability to pop questions on the screen, which is hard to do with OBS. So like that right there. That's easy to do with Ecamm Live. Although when I go to put a message on the screen like that, I kind of lose my place as to where I was, so then I have to go find myself again, but that's all right. Geeks on Tour says, but Ecamm is not on phone, right? No, I don't believe it is. If you want to stream from your phone, so I've done this now twice this week. So I did a little bit of research in it. A couple of the ones, so you can stream directly from the YouTube app. That's your number one. But what I've learned is it's a little, stable's not the right word. No, you know what? There's probably no reason why I can't stream directly from YouTube. But I used a program called Prism Live, and it's free. I also downloaded Streamlabs, but I didn't love that as much. But it was also recommended to me by ChatGPT. But when I went live with Prism Live the first time, I had not set up the stream ahead of time. I didn't schedule it, okay? So then when I went live, there was no option for me to select the live chat replay. So that's why it disappeared. So for the Saturday morning one, I set it up. I think I set it up Friday night or earlier Saturday morning before I went to the beach. And I made sure that live chat replay was on and checked. And then I set it up as a scheduled stream. And then when I got to the beach, I opened up Prism Live and I was able to select it and go. Now, you can start at any time. Even though I scheduled it for 8 a.m., like when I open up my phone, if it's 5 to 8, I can start it early. If it's 8:05, I can start it late. That doesn't even really matter. Same with these streams, right? I schedule them for 2 o'clock, but what I usually do is a couple minutes before 2, I will start this live and the countdown will begin. So I think today, for example, I think I started it at 1:59 and the countdown went from then until probably 2:02 or something like that. So yeah, the scheduled time is just kind of a guideline is the way I look at it. But there you go. There you go. So how important is editing out the ums and pauses when you're talking in your video? I guess it depends on how many times you say and ah. So I don't worry about it too much. And quite frankly, I don't think too many people worry about that. They don't really care that much. If you leave ums and ahs in there, you're leaving your authenticity in there too. And people like that. So for that reason, I don't spend too much time worrying about it. I worry more about that in the intros of my videos, like at the very beginning, because you want to deliver your intro really quickly, really fast, so that you don't lose people. You want to retain them. You want your retention graph to look good. So in the beginning, I will edit out some spaces and ums and ahs and things like that, but not so much in the end. So there you go. How far into your YouTube journey did you start doing lives? And just to let you know, I'm just kind of jumping all over the place with these questions. I will go back to where I was, but I just saw this come in from Fruit of Life. How far into your YouTube journey? I think I was around a year into it when I did my first one. Yeah, I was really nervous when I started. I think I had a couple hundred subscribers at the time. And I announced that I was going to do it in a video or two beforehand. Yeah, I was nervous. And I think I had my son all lined up to watch me and maybe ask a question or two. And I had something ready to go. So that's what I did. But then I my first 3 years on YouTube were a struggle in that I started and I stopped, didn't do anything for 8 months, started up again with a couple of videos, didn't do anything for a year. And then I kind of started and stopped. And I did do some lives in there. But then it was last March 2024 when I finally decided, or when I finally put a plan together, I decided I wanted to do this. And the only way it was going to work is if I put a solid plan together that I could execute. And that was 3 videos a week and 1 live stream every week. And so since last end of March, I've been going live at least once a week, every single week. I don't think I've missed one. I think there was a Tuesday that might have been Christmas Day, and I didn't stream that day. I streamed the day before instead. But other than that, and I've done a lot of weeks where I've done more than one. I do these members only lives every second Wednesday now. We've been doing that for a couple months. The interview ones that I've done, those have been extra. Now next week that'll be at this regular time. But yeah, so that's how long I've been at it. Now let me go back up to the top here and see if there are any other questions. Now I'm looking at Ecamm Live, and I'll be able to click and put your questions on the screen. We got Mika's Corner from Veneta, Oregon. Welcome. All about the alternative. I believe you're in Toronto. Welcome. I'm trying more doing lives and not just videos. Cool. Good for you. Good for you. I'm a big believer in live streaming. I saw a hand waving. That was me. Yeah, so I had my iPhone set up, pointed out the window. So, oh yeah, I didn't even notice. I've opened the curtains today, so you can't really see outside because it's blown out. There's too much light going on. But if I switch to my phone and then pointed it out the window, you can see outside. So that's the backyard, and that is the Atlantic Ocean. So nice and close. Nice and close. And I'm going to stream from out on the water. Maybe even this coming week or next week. Anyways, we'll see. I'll let you know. Let's who we got. We got Dave in the UK. Welcome, Dave. All right. Noel's Banjo Journey is here. Peter, Nicola, William Tucker. Looks beautiful out there. It's a beautiful day. It is. It's what is it today? It's 19 degrees Celsius. So that's definitely shorts and t-shirt weather for me. Almost room temperature, but the sun's out, so it's beautiful. Here's a question from Jane. How do you get permission to use mainstream music? I was disappointed with Epidemic Sound. All sounds like AI music that I can get for free on CapCut. So yeah, I use Epidemic Sound and I love it. Maybe it has something to do with the types of music you were searching for. Like you can search for any type of music and find it there. There's so much. But the library of music available on Epidemic Sound is so much larger than what you can get on YouTube for free, or CapCut. No, if you didn't like it, you didn't like it. That's totally fine. But as far as permission to use mainstream music, you don't have permission to do that. You can't. You won't be able to monetize your videos if you put mainstream music in. There is another service called Lickd. I think it's spelled Lickd or Likd or something like that, which is much more expensive, but they have a deal with some mainstream artists, and you can use that. I've not used that myself, but some people do, and it's a way to get popular music into your videos. So you might want to have a look at that. Got another super chat. Welcome, Coach Lauren. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Much appreciated. Let me answer your question. Maybe they don't have a... Hi, Rob. Your videos inspired me to get my act together with my channel. Just posted my first video. Thank you. Congrats, Lauren. Awesome job. Way to go. Have fun with it. You've posted your first video, so get to work on your second one. Don't worry too much about how that first one's doing. It's your first video. Don't even worry about it. Just whatever lessons you've learned when you made it, try to apply those to making your second one and get to work on your second one. That's what it's all about. And yeah, have fun. Have fun and enjoy. Let's see. All right. Who else we got here? Let me go back up. You know what? I wish there was a way to drop a marker. I found where I was, but and easily go back. But sometimes it's not that easy. Lauren says, absolutely. Thank you. Not a problem. Catherine Price. Hello, Catherine. Good to see you here. I did my first live yesterday. Oh, congrats. From my phone using Prism Live and loved it. What streaming software can I use on my MacBook? On your MacBook? Okay, so I use Prism Live too when I was outside from the phone. I suppose you could do that inside from your phone too. But yeah, I use Prism Live. And inside I use Ecamm Live. So that's Ecamm Live. And that's only available for Mac. But if you don't like that, well, it's not free. A free one is OBS. You could download and use OBS. That works on both Mac or PC. It doesn't give you the ability to highlight chat messages like I've been doing. But there is a third party that kind of helps with that and allows that to happen. But I found it a bit quirky and it wasn't very reliable. But yeah, those are two options. OBS, Ecamm Live. StreamYard is another one. That's a browser-based thing. That's one you don't have to download software. You just log into StreamYard and stream from there, right? You can do that from your Mac or a PC. But yeah, I like Ecamm Live. And I have a link to it down below if you're interested in checking it out. All right, Nicola says, I'm going to venture out to Italy and do live. Still picking the courage. Good luck with it. Have fun. I'm sure it's beautiful. Take some shots or videos outside in Italy. That'd be awesome. Just if any of you want to do a live stream outside, what you want to do, so in other words, outside, presumably you don't have access to Wi-Fi, okay? So what you're then going to want to make sure of is that you have access to a good connection to the mobile network or cell phone. Is it just us in Canada that say cell phone towers? I feel like mobile network and mobile towers is more of a generic term that's more global, or is cell phone network also global? I don't know. Let me know. But either way, your phone needs to connect to the internet via towers or satellite or however you get your phone on the internet where you are. And download an app like speedtest.net, something like that, and do a test. Make sure that you have a good connection to go live. And what you want to look for is your upload speed. You want your upload speed to be probably 10 megabits per second or higher. Okay? In this house, even though I'm wired, I only have 15 megabits per second up, but that's plenty to stream. Out at the beach, I have a 5G connection out there, and I was getting, I think, 30 or 40 megabits per second upload speed. So, yeah, that would be my advice to do that. Georgia Fan has a question. I have these 3 videos that each have over 100 views, but not one like or comment. Or like, why is this also? Could they be bots? Well, I suppose they could be bots. I mean, that is a thing. But are you asking for likes? Are you asking for subscribes? Like, I guess it depends on your content. Is it the type of content that people would generally click like? Do they think it's a real person? I don't even know if your videos do you make the videos, you're talking into the camera and people see your face and all that? If you're doing all that, then that makes you more personable. That increases the chances that you'll get likes and subscribes and things like that. If you're not, then that might be a reason. But if you are talking to the camera yourself and you're on the video, make sure you ask, right? If that's something you're struggling with, getting engagement, try to start the conversation, right? You're making videos. Ask people questions. So like, what do you think about what I just said? Do you think this or do you think that? Why don't you let me know below? And, give me your thoughts. I'd love to hear them. Like that, right? Like, try not to keep your conversation one way. Now, that goes against, making videos, it's a one-way thing, but try to make it seem like it's a two-way thing. You are giving information. No sound? Oh, no, okay, that was old. Okay. I just saw, yeah, you guys can hear me, right? Yeah, so you know what I mean? So try to get the conversation started, and then you'll get maybe more engagement that way. So that's the first thing I would try. Or if you're already doing that, then do more of it. Or try to frame what you're talking about almost like a question, and just say, this is what I think about this, and what do you think? Or what else? A good one is, what else would you like to see me make a video about? What else do you need to know? How else can I help you? All these questions like this. Open-ended questions, not statements, but questions. That might help get something back from them. Georgia Fan says, I can hear it. Good. Yeah, no, I was looking at the old chat, not that old, but 30 minutes old when I started this without any sound. So there you go. Mute, mute. Yeah. Oh, you all let me know that there was no sound. I appreciate that. Let's jump to the, let's see, what else we got? Liz Underhill says, if I have a course I can sell and really doesn't fit with what my channel is about, should I try a different channel? Probably. If you have something to sell, but your channel doesn't make videos about it or even about the same topic, then yeah, you're probably not going to have any success selling it on that channel. You may want to make a channel that's dedicated to that thing that you've made, that course that you've made. That would be my first thought. But yeah, that's what I would do. Definitely. But now then again, the channel that you have, is that something you're going to continue to make videos about, like under that same topic, or are you now making videos around the course topic that you have? So, you know, if it's all going to be course related, then you don't have to delete the first channel, but you just leave it there, but start a new channel for what you're going to be doing from now on. Yeah, that's what I would do. So I hope that helps. Let's see, who else we got here? Time for a drink of water. We got Creasy Jetty Lee's grandbaby number 2. Glad I could join your live stream. Glad you could too. Welcome. Got Justine here. Hello, Justine. Here's a question from Ron at C. Hi, Rob. How do you monetize by creating an email list through tools like MailerLite, MailChimp, etc. when audience download free guides, etc.? Trying to understand monetizing. Great question. So here's what you do. And I just talked about this with one of my clients a couple days ago. So yeah, a good thing to do. So, okay, monetization, right? How do you monetize your channel? The one that everybody knows about is sharing ad revenue with YouTube. I want to figure out how I can automatically switch these. So I've got that set up too. I've got the slider set up again. But anyways, I digress. Yeah, if you have something you want to sell, you typically want to start with something free that you're going to give away. We call that a lead magnet. You give something away for free in exchange for an email address, and you adding them to the email list that you've created. And like you mentioned, you can create an email list in things like MailerLite, MailChimp. What else did you mention? I think those are the two you mentioned. I use Kajabi. There's other ones like ConvertKit. There's several. MailChimp is popular. MailerLite is a little newer, I think. Kajabi, I love Kajabi, but it's more expensive and it does way more than that. It's also a customer database, and I host my courses there, my website, the community, and it does all that stuff. Yeah, once you have a mailing list set up, a way to capture email addresses, right? In that platform, whether it's Kajabi or MailChimp or whatever, you got to create a landing page. Or not so much a landing page, but well, yeah, no, it is a landing page. And it's going to have a form on it where you're going to collect a name and an email. Okay, maybe a title at the top of the page that says, like you want an open, like almost like a sales line, like download my free gift, or download this free spreadsheet, or download my free guide, right? And then maybe a couple sentences, but not too much. And then the form fields, name, email address, and then the button could say submit or download now or whatever, right? So as soon as somebody clicks on that download button, that name and email address gets added to your mailing list, wherever you've set that up. And you can there's 2 ways to deliver the information to the person who's asked for it. The easiest way, they're both easy. One way is in MailChimp or wherever, you upload your thing that people can download. Okay, you upload it to MailChimp, and then you set up an automated email. So like there's a little bit of automation there. So when somebody gets added to this list, you set this up in automations, send them this email, right? So you have an email that you've pre-configured, you've set it up ahead of time. And in that email will say, thanks for downloading my free thing. Click this link and you can get it, right? And the link would be linked to that thing that you uploaded. Okay, so you can create all of that in MailChimp or Kajabi or wherever. Another way people do it is, instead of uploading this free thing to MailChimp or wherever, just upload it to your Google Drive, your own Google Drive or Dropbox or something, into a folder that you've opened up access to so that anybody can download something from it. Okay, and put your file in there. And then the email that gets triggered and sent out automatically to whoever joins the list, all you're going to do is say, thank you for requesting this free thing. Click this link to download it. And now the link is not an internal MailChimp link. It's a Google Drive link to your Google Drive. And people will be able to download it that way. Okay, so that's how it works. And then you're building an email list for the time when you eventually have something to offer. Okay, something to sell, something to offer is a better word than sell, but you know what I mean? Maybe you're going to offer coaching, or maybe you're going to offer a course that you're going to build, a video course, or whatever it is. You have a growing mailing list that you can then, whenever you have something ready, you can blast out an email to everybody. Okay, now I'm going to say one more thing about this. That's the way I've got things set up. But another way, if you want to take it the next step, which I may get into a little more of, that's the proper way to do it, and that is setting up a funnel. Okay, a lot of times when you add yourself to a mailing list, you're added to basically a funnel. All a funnel is a set of automations. Okay, instead of one email going out automatically immediately, you can set up 3, 4, 5, however many you want. One to go out now, one in a day, one in 3 days, one in 5 days, whatever. You can do whatever you want. And you set up these automations so that any future emails do not get sent out to this person if they've already bought something, right? You don't want to keep sending somebody an offer if they've already purchased from you, okay? So, and the other thing I was going to mention is you have to be careful about how many emails you send people. Like, I don't know about you, but I don't love getting added to an email list and then I'm contacted daily forever, right? I'll eventually unsubscribe. It's like, I did not want this. So because of that, I don't have any of those automations set up. Like, I have a couple things for free that you can download. Click the link below, Stats Tracker, Getting Started Guide, and you can join Creators Cove, right? Those are links down below. And yes, you do have to enter your name and email address, and then you'll get sent an email with the download link, but it stops there. I don't have any automation set up. But what I do is, when I do come out with a course, and I have in the past, and I'm going to again, I'll send out an email to everybody on my list. And I may have an initial sale where I'll say, for the first week, this is going to be on sale. And if I'm doing that, then perhaps as that week is ending, I may send out a final reminder. But then that's it, right? So that's the way I handle that. So Ron, I hope that helped. Another long-winded answer by me. That's what I'm known for, I think. Okay. Oh, Lori Soul Circle's here. How you doing, Lori? And you said I just answered your question, because we were talking about this the other day, weren't we? Lavonda Rocks, how you doing? Good to see you, Lavonda. Prosthetic Makeup Effects by David from the UK. Welcome. All right. Rumbo Libra, such a pleasure to be here. Pleasure to have you, Rumbo. I am guessing you use the DJI mic. Yes, I do. Not right now, but when I go outside, I do. The DJI mic, not mic 2, but the one where you can save $100, the older one. And I bought that last fall, and I love it. Love it, love it. All right. Good Day the Drakes is here. Welcome. Do you use the HSE, the DJI mic? I use the DJI mic. Yep. The one in this little box. DJI. Open that up, and you've got the receiver, a mic here, and a mic here. If you're never going to have another person in your videos, then maybe the one mic version is all you need. A a couple weeks ago, I did a video with my daughter, and we each had one of the mics on. But other than that, I usually only ever use one mic. So yeah, it's the two mics. You can use it for one for each person, or if you wanted to record something in stereo, right? You can put one mic over here and one mic over here, and then stereo if you want. Just some ideas. Licht has mainstream music. You can pay like £6 to buy the license for individual songs. So £6 is around $10 US, I think. Bruno Mars, etc., that you can use on YouTube. Yeah, I might give that a try sometime. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. It's more expensive, obviously, but I do live videos and I don't leave it public. The question I get, I still get those hours to get my 4,000 hours? No. The 4,000 hours you need to be monetized, I believe is what you're talking about. That's 4,000 hours in the last 365 days. They have to be public hours, okay? They have to be public, searchable. People can find it and watch it, right? Not private, not unlisted and whatnot. So it's got to be public hours. Looking forward to the members only live stream tomorrow. Me too. They're always fun. The dock party. I'll have my bucket hat on like I usually do, unless it's hot in here. Question, Rob, I think you should do a video about building a YouTube providers community. They really help when you are getting a YouTube providers community. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I do have a community called Creators Cove where you can sign up and go in and chat with other people and get help there, but maybe you're talking about something else? Can you please show us how to remove a spam-like viewer from a live stream? Yes. How would I do that? How can I show you that? Let's see. Let me just get up and get set up here. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, that's easy enough. All right, let me share this screen with you. Right here. So there's my screen. Okay, this is my YouTube Studio dashboard, like the live stream dashboard from this. So on this, I can see the chats like you guys can, and I can see how many people are in here, 130. This is a little bit behind, but yeah, so this is, so all I do, if I'm doing a live stream, I can, let's see, I'll just pick somebody at random. Here you go, Georgia fan. So if I just click on this, okay, I get some options. I can go to the channel. I can pin the message if I want. I can report it if it's not a good message. I can remove it right here. I can put the user in timeout. Now, I don't know how long that is. It might be a 5-minute thing, a 30-second. I can't remember. I can hide the user from the channel, or I can add the user as a moderator. Okay, that's what you can do. So that's how you do it. Just click on it. You also have the 3 dots over here that does the same thing. Okay, so that is how you do that. So I hope that helped, Robin. Let's move this back up here so I can see it readily. Do you edit with iMovie or CapCut, or which software do you use for general editing? I use Camtasia. Okay, I know iMovie and CapCut are both very popular. iMovie is only for Mac, and it's a little bit limited. I don't know if you can, how many tracks you can add on that. But CapCut's very good for beginners, and I think Camtasia is the best one for beginners. If anybody is ever interested in Camtasia, I do have a link below, and I have a relationship with them where you can get a discount on it. And I think it's around, I want to say it's around $170 or $180 a year. It is a subscription, and there's no free version. CapCut has a free version, or it's also subscription if you want all the bells and whistles that come with it. So yeah, but Camtasia is what I use. I think you can get it on a free trial as well. So you might want to check that out. Stephen Hayward, I just bought the DJI Mic 2 during this stream. Okay, cool, awesome. I have an iPhone 16 Pro and use Final Cut Pro. Now I'll need to figure out the proper post-processing settings to achieve the sound you do. Yeah, no, that's solid. Final Cut Pro, that's a great program. I've never used it myself, but I know it's high end. You can do a lot of stuff with it. The DJI Mic 2 So that's the newer one. I think the biggest difference between it and the one that I have is one more hour of battery life. So instead of 15 hours with the mic here, you get 16. Okay, I'm never going to film that long anyway, so that's no big deal to me. But the other thing is, I think it's called 32-bit float. And what that is if you do a recording on yours, and for whatever reason the levels were too high or the mic was too close to you and there's some distortion and clipping, it's called, you can fix that in post-processing with yours. The 32-bit float, you can lower everything afterwards. Okay, I can't do that. So I just have to make sure. But honestly, I've left this to the factory settings. I've never had to adjust the gain on either the receiver or the mics, and it just worked great out of the box. I know to put mine, let me just remove this message here. I put mine usually right around here. When I had it right up at the top, closer to my mouth, I did find it was a bit loud. Now, I could have gone in and changed that, and maybe I will at some point. Because also, the closer you put a mic to your mouth, the better it's going to sound. The less echo it's going to pick up if you're in a room where there's echo. The closer to your mouth, it will always sound better, no matter what mic we're talking about. Okay, but I find I have mine here for all the videos that you see me when I'm outside, and it works just fine for me. A 16-hour live won't even show up after the stream ends. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, and I wasn't even referring to a live. Like, yes, I use this mic when I do my live streams outside, but I also use it when I'm just making videos, walking and talking outside. And maybe I go outside, maybe I go to Peggy's Cove and I'm there all day long, and I might make 5 videos, right? All with this and this not being charged. It'll last 15 hours. It will last the whole day. So that's, but you're right. I can't imagine ever live streaming that long. Well, my phone wouldn't last that long. I think I can get 3 hours out of it, but I don't know if I can go much past that, unless I brought a battery pack. But then, how do I plug the battery pack in since this is plugged into my iPhone, right? The receiver part right here, that plugs in to your iPhone. Can you see that? So I would need some kind of a splitter to allow me to plug this in and a battery, like what do you call them? A charging block or something. But anyway, I'm not going to stream for longer than 3 hours outside, so it's not an issue. YouTube only allows 13-hour streams. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought I've seen some music stations do 24-hour streaming on YouTube. Now maybe they use another service to get that done. I don't know, but anyhow, let's keep going here. Time for another drink of water. How are we doing? How's the pace? Anybody out there frustrated because you've asked a question? I haven't gotten to it yet. I'm sorry. So yeah, if you're just joining, I'm going to say again, next week's live stream is going to be a special one because I'm bringing on 3 guests, 3 other creators. We've got Ty Myers. I believe he's from the Colorado area. We've got Brian G. Johnson. He's been around a long time with this YouTube stuff. He's one of the original creators. That's the way I look at him anyways. He's awesome. He's going to be on. And Alexa Saranoia, who's been at this for, I think, a little over a year. And she's doing fantastic. She offers coaching as well. I believe they all do offer coaching. And they all kind of do the same thing I do in that we're all trying to help other people get over whatever humps are in your way to get into YouTube, do live streams, make videos, and have fun with this. So I'm going to bring those three creators in to the live stream. All 4 of us are going to be on the screen at the same time, and we're going to be chatting. Hopefully there's not too much delay and it goes relatively smoothly, but we'll see. Show up and find out how smoothly it goes. It's going to be fun. Probably, well, at least an hour, probably 90 minutes, I think. I mean, asking them to stick around for any longer than that is a big ask, so I understand that, but I think I've got them for 90 minutes anyways, so. All righty. Here's a question. Is it important to list the file name before uploading video? Because I upload on my phone in YouTube Studio and don't have access to the file name. Perfect question. So the only time the way I look at this is the file name if you want to be discovered, like if you're making a searchable video that with terms like how to upload a YouTube video, that would be a video that maybe some people might search for, right? How do I upload a YouTube video? I've never done it. I want to know how to do it, so I'll search for that in YouTube. If you're making a how-to type video like that you want it to show up when people search on certain keywords, then I think it's more, that's when I believe it's more important to change your file name to, something similar or close to what the title of the video is going to be. Not because of the YouTube search, but more because sometimes YouTube videos will show up in Google searches, right? If you go to Google and search for something, oftentimes they'll show some YouTube videos at the top, and your file name may show up there, okay? And that might actually help your video show up in Google searches, all right? So that would be a reason to do that. Is it vital that you change the file name? No, because you can still upload your video just to YouTube and just have your video do well on YouTube alone. That's totally fine, especially if it's not a searchable type of video. Maybe it's a vlog type or I don't know, whatever it is. If you're not that concerned about the search and it's more you're targeting the browse side of things, then I wouldn't worry about it too much. That's my take on it. If anybody out there has another take on it, I'd be happy to, I'd love it if you just chime in and let us know. But that's my thoughts on that. I do change, or I never have to change the file name because I edit on my computer. And when I render the video file, I have to give it a name. So I just give it the name that's something close to what the title is. So I kind of end up doing it that way anyways. All right. Question, I speak English in my videos, but I would love to learn how to put on subtitles in Swedish. Okay, so YouTube is starting to do this automatically, quite honestly. I don't do any of that. I don't do any translating or any adding subtitles or anything like that. I just leave it up to YouTube. And they will do it. They'll do it more and more. They're doing that more and more. And they're even putting AI voices to some of the other languages. So I would just leave it up to them, quite honestly. But I mean, you can upload, if you want to take the time to create the transcript and translate it and then, have a subtitle file, an SRT file, you can upload it. You would have to edit your video and upload it in there. But again, it's not something I've ever done. But I know people have watched my videos with translated subtitles, Spanish, Italian, whatever, French. So yeah. What do you use for streaming and recording? So Ecamm Live for streaming. Recording, I just record right on my phone or right on this camera, on the SD card, and then I transfer the file into my computer. That's how I do it. And same with the phone. The phone, getting the video file from my phone to the computer is dead easy because it's an iPhone and it's a MacBook. So both things are Mac. I can AirDrop it. AirDrop from here to there. It's awesome. But if you can't do that, then you should be able to plug your phone in. Just plug your phone into your computer and go to your file manager or Finder window, and your computer should recognize. You may have to click on your phone, yes, or on your computer, yes, I trust this device or whatever, or allow your phone to be seen by your computer. But then you should be able to see it in, as a hard drive and copy videos over. So that's what you can do. Georgia fan, no, we will not tell your boss that you are at work. Lives are great when I can watch them. Yeah. Oh, Sophia, you mentioned too that you would want me to do the weekend morning live streams because the weekday evening ones is late. I know you're in Portugal, so yeah. What is that? I think that's 4 hours ahead of me. It's just about 3 o'clock here, so my guess is it's 7 p.m. for you. So if I went live at 7 p.m. here, 8, 9, 10, 11, that'd be 11 or so for you, and that's, I understand. Getting late. All right. All right, I'm going to scroll a little bit faster to get a little bit closer to, let me check the current. What do we, correct, 7 p.m. here, Sophia says. All right, 4 hours. That's what I thought. Julian Monaco has a question. I want to start a YouTube channel. Oh, where'd it go? But I'm scared of showing myself out there. I'm 24. Any recommendations? Yep. Okay, great. Thank you for telling me your age. So you're 24 years old. You're scared to show yourself on camera. That is totally normal. Like, a lot of people feel that way, and I totally get that. But I'll tell you this: the older you get, the less you're going to care. I don't care really at all anymore. Now, I'm not saying, like, there are people older than me that do still care. I probably don't care as much now because I've done it, and I've learned, and I now understand that what's the worst that can happen? Nothing, really, right? Typically, when you go on YouTube, if you follow the advice and you don't announce to all your friends and family that you're going on YouTube, and you just let YouTube do its thing, you post videos to YouTube. YouTube will try to find your audience for you. As long as all your videos are roughly around the same topic, they'll have a better chance at finding your audience for you. But what I'm getting at is the audience they find for you, it would be incredibly rare for any of them to know you in advance, right? They're going to be strangers, right? I'm at what? What am I at now? I'm up over 60,000 subscribers, and I have yet to be approached. But I mean, I do have some friends that know that I do this, but I don't announce it anywhere. And some acquaintances of mine, they have no idea. I've never had someone come into my channel and said, "Rob, I know you. I went to school with you," or "I used to work with you," or whatever, right? Doesn't happen. And that's with 60,000 subscribers. So my subscribers are all over the world. They're not here. The odd one might be in this province or even in this city. But so when you realize that, you can start to understand that it really doesn't matter. Like, the other thing to think about is, because a lot of people are concerned about the way they look and the way they sound, right? The first time you video yourself, you might think, "Oh my God, do I look like that? I didn't think I looked like that." Or "I didn't think I sounded like that. I sound horrible. I hate the way I sound. I hate the way I look." Whatever it is, just know that, you've been living in this world for 24 years. Other people have seen you. So the way you look and the way you sound is not abnormal to anybody else. That's what they're used to. It's new to you. Like, if you hear yourself played back, your audio, like if you hear it played back to you, it's going to sound completely strange to you because you're used to hearing yourself inside your own head. You're not used to hearing yourself from another person talking to you or on video. It's going to sound different to you, completely different. So what you think you sound like is not what you sound like. That's what you sound like inside your head, and you're the only one who's ever heard yourself sound that way. Everybody else hears you a different way, and that's the new way you're now hearing yourself. Okay, so as soon as you understand that and just kind of understand that this is not weird for anybody else, this is what I sound like. And same with your looks. Like, for the most part, we only see ourselves front on. When we look at ourselves in the mirror, brushing our teeth, combing our hair, whatever it is, we rarely see ourselves walking away or the back of the head right? So when we do see things like that, different perspectives of us on video, we're like, "Oh my God, does the back of my head really look like that? I didn't think it looked like that. I don't want to show anybody that." Well, guess what? Everybody's already seen the back of my head, right? So it's just maybe new to me. Okay, so there's that. And then the whole age thing is, the older you get, the less you care about all that stuff. Like, I understand, like when I was in my 20s, right, I cared about all that stuff, right? I wanted to look, in my eyes, I wanted to look good, right? Whatever it is, appearance was everything when you're younger, teens, 20s, even 30s. But as you get older, that dissipates. It's less and less important. And the final thing I'll say is the fact that everybody, or most people who are going to be watching you on YouTube, don't even know you. That should be enough right there. Just make a video. And the more you make a video, the better you'll get at making them, right? And the more you'll get used to what you look and sound like, and the easier that it'll become to make them. And just remember, the first, 20 videos that you make, whoops, I'm spitting on now. The first 20 videos you make, nobody's really going to see them, okay? So, because if you think about you and your channel, say a year from now, let's say a year from now you have 5,000 subscribers, okay? Let's say a year from now with those 5,000 subscribers, you come out with another video, okay? You may get 1,000 views in that first day with that new video. Those 1,000 people, probably none of them saw your first 20 videos, right? They didn't find you way back in the beginning when you were getting 2 subscribers a month, 5 subscribers a month, right? Those initial subscribers, they may be long gone because subscribers come and go all the time. The ones that'll see your 51st video in a year, right? When you have 5,000 subscribers, they may only have seen a couple of your videos, and they're your latest videos, and you were better at making videos then than in the beginning. So those beginning videos, they don't matter. So they're there for you. They're just there for you. They're not there for you, but they are there now because of you. That was you practicing, okay? Your first videos are practice. It's your time to practice and get better at it. And just think about it like no one's going to see them. And if they do, who cares? It's all good. So anyway, another long-winded answer. Guess what? I hope that helped. Nicola agrees. The best way to get over your fear is to start. Catherine says 100%. Let's see, what else we got? I had a big fear of being on camera also because I'm shaking from Parkinson's and I have a speech issue also, but I overcame that and here I am living with Parkinson's. Congratulations. That is awesome. I mean, that's awesome. So there's a roadblock there for you and you've conquered it, and congratulations. That's impressive. That's awesome. But yeah, that's kind of my point. Like so you've got an issue with Parkinson's disease, so you shake and you were concerned about that being on video. Other people may not even have that, and yet they're still concerned. Or other people may have other issues, and they're concerned about that. But you're an inspiration. Like people need to hear this from people like you, that it's okay. So I think it's fantastic. Like, make your videos and tell people what you're conquering to make these videos, and that will help other people. So that's I love that. That's great. Awesome. All about the alternative. My husband watches my channel and is my biggest critic. LOL. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but maybe it's all in fun. Hack Multimedia loves my head. There you go. It's getting warm in here because it's so nice outside. I like my head too. Thank you very much, though, for saying that. You'll stop worrying, the accidental software engineer, you'll stop worrying about what people think about you when you realize that they very often don't. Well said. Yeah, I didn't even say that, but that's true. I've said that before or something similar. So yeah, if you also, just going to expand on what you said, accidental software engineer, Mike, I think your name is, if I remember correctly. Sorry if I got it wrong. But yeah, the thing is, when you're outside, if you're just outside walking around, okay, and you're concerned about the way you look and the way you sound or whatever, nobody else is. Nobody else is concerned about the way you look and sound. Everybody, typically, human nature, is concerned about the way they look and the way they sound. They're not concerned about you. They're concerned about them. So yeah, that's another way to think about this, that if you just somehow just realize that this is you, you're in your world, and you can do what you want. Sure, the odd person might look at you or take note of what you're doing, but it doesn't go any further than that. Maybe if they know you, they might say something, oh, hey, what are you doing? I know you. But, that's if you're filming outside or maybe in your local town, if it's a smallish town. If it's a big city, then, maybe you won't see anybody you know. So there you go. More good advice. Let's see here. Getting back into the chat. I'll take another drink here. The Big Ten rules. The Big Ten. Oh, you're talking about a football conference. BIG. Okay, I missed that. I do like football, but it's funny. I like American football, but professional. I don't really follow the college thing, but I know college football in the States is huge. I know it is. But not something I really ever, like here in Canada, I mean, we have college football too, but it's not to the same level. And we have slightly different rules. 3 downs instead of 4, 110-yard field instead of 100 yards. And the width is a lot wider in the Canadian, and the end zones are a lot bigger in the Canadian game. But anyways, don't need to talk about that. I find it hard to do a live if not many to interact with in the chat. So yeah, I get that. I completely get that. And I might have it a little bit easier now because this live stream is more established than it was when I started it. And you guys, I am not lacking for questions. I'm unable to answer all your questions, unfortunately, but that's just the way it is. There's so many questions coming in, and it's great, but so yeah, I don't run out of things to say. But I do understand when you first start, you're not going to have questions typically. So what I did and what I suggest you do is prepare in advance, have some questions ready, pretend like other people asked them, or just say when your live stream starts, say, if no one shows up here, no problem. I prepared some questions and I'll just ask myself these and I'll answer them. And hopefully those of you who do show up or watch on the replay can get some benefit from them. So that's probably the way I would go at it. Have some questions prepared. In my case, since when I started, I was making videos about how to edit videos. I had a demonstration. For each live stream, I would have a demonstration ready that I could go through and show people how to do something. And I'd go through that. And, if nobody shows up, I'm kind of making a video, right? Because when I'm done, I can and nobody showed up, then no problem. There, that's how you add music to a video. I hope that helps you. And that said, I'm going to go live again next week, so I'll see you then. And then end your live stream, your video's done. Now anybody can go watch it. And so that... So yeah, it is definitely harder with nobody there to watch, but there's ways around it. And then when people do show up, it's exciting. Acknowledge them, right? Some people might, if they get acknowledged, they might leave because they don't want to be acknowledged. But then, well, no, you'll see that people are in your live stream, but you won't see who's in your live stream unless they chat, unless they leave a message in the chat. Then you'll see who it is. But other than that, you'll just see a number. There's 5 people in here, or there's 10 people in here, or 145 in here right now. That's awesome. Thank you, guys. I hope you're getting some value from this. I have fun doing these each week, and I'm going to keep doing them. More than just this, I'm going to do it a couple times a week. Hey, Average Mo, how you doing? Hello from Florida, Mateus Roos. Good to see you. Show Me Hope from Missouri is here. Liz Underhill is here. Hello, Liz. Rob, I believe he's talking about the Big Ten Conference. Yep, I figured that one out. Yeah, I see all your sports logos. So we got the Georgia Bulldogs, Atlanta Braves, Atlanta Falcons, and I can't quite see the other one, but I've got to assume it's basketball. So that's the Atlanta, what are they? Atlanta Hawks. That's what it is. Yeah, I've only ever been to the Atlanta airport on my way somewhere else. I've never really gone to Atlanta. Someday. Hot pastrami sandwiches rock, but lunch is over. Got a bolt. Hope you enjoyed. See ya. Daphne's here. How you doing, Daphne? Good to see you again. Just saw your video about not telling our family and friends about our YouTube channel. Let's say we did. Is it still possible to recover from it, the skewed data, or shall I start a new channel? It's absolutely it's absolutely possible to recover from that. I get a lot. Actually, that video of mine is doing quite well. It's got a lot of views, but there's been a lot of people that kind of misinterpreted what I was saying. A lot of people get offended by the fact that if their family and friends, if you let them know about it, they won't support you, and they get offended by that. And that wasn't my point at all. The point was, if you do tell them about it, now it's almost like you're asking them to support you. You're asking them to watch all of your videos. And that's a huge ask. When you think about your own viewing habits. If you're watching videos, like, you want to be able to leave a video at any time if you're not getting either entertained or the knowledge that you wanted to. You want to leave and go to another one, right? You don't typically want to sit and watch a video just because somebody asked you to watch a video, right? Nobody has time for that. But still, sometimes people are still upset by the fact that their friends and family won't watch their videos. But it's not their fault. They've got busy lives. They're doing their own thing. Your videos are your thing, and your tribe that YouTube is trying to find for you, those perfect viewers for you that are all over the world, that probably don't even live in your neighborhood, right? I mean, okay, maybe your mom. If you're incredibly close to her and she wants to watch every single minute of everything you make, then yeah, that let her know. But aside from that, like it's not going to help your channel, right? If you get people subscribed to you because you ask them to, that does not help your channel. In fact, it hurts your channel. And it's because now you've got subscribers who are all going to be notified when you come out with a new video. And if most of them didn't actively subscribe to you because they wanted to, you're a stranger and they just want to see more from you. If they subscribe because you asked them to, then the likelihood is they're not going to watch your videos as much as a true fan would. Okay, so that's going to send YouTube a signal that this video must not be a good one because even his or her subscribers aren't watching it, so we're not going to push it out to anybody else. So that's, and I think you understood because you said is it possible to recover. That's the danger when you tell people. But let's back this up a little bit. It's only like, look at percentages, okay? If you have 5 subscribers and you tell 500 people about this and you get 300 new subscribers from your friends and family who all want to know, who all want to follow you now, or at least support you, but maybe they're not even really going to watch all your videos, that means pretty much all of your subscribers are those types of people who are not going to send YouTube good signals when you come out with a new video. That's not good. But if let's say you have 100 subscribers, and let's say you let 5 people know, right, about your channel, that's fine. That's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, so that said, it's really up to you. I mean, yes, you can recover if you just keep focusing on making the content that your intended subscribers, the people who you were initially trying to reach before you told people to subscribe to you, continue to make videos for them. Eventually, over time, the other people will kind of fall off the end, or you'll be enough videos ahead of that time that YouTube is now looking at more current data from your subscribers. So you can create your way out of it, so to speak. But if you think you can't, if the ratio is way out of whack, like you started with 5 subscribers and then you got 500 new ones because you asked them to, you might want to look at starting a new channel, right? For the fastest way to grow. Again, eventually you would grow out of it, but if you don't want to wait for that eventually, start a new channel and don't tell anybody about it. That's what I would do, especially if you only have like a couple of subscribers. You haven't even really got started yet. I would just start a new one. Leave that one, like don't delete it. Leave the channel there, and then people will think that's your channel, and then think maybe 5 years, maybe not 5 years, maybe a year later, you could say to these people, oh yeah, no, that's not the channel I'm working on, it's this one. And you send them that link and you've got 20,000 subscribers now and they're like, oh my God, really? Yeah, that's what I would do. Okay. What else we got? Okay, I answered that question. It's showing up a lot. I don't know why. Nick Nimmon's going to be reaching out to ask to join those live streams. LOL. That'd be cool. I'd love to have him on. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I've learned a lot from him over the years. Hola, Peppa. How you doing? Let's see what else we got. Methinks Rob missed my super chat. Oh no, okay, I know where I am in the chats now, but I did get to your question, and actually another one just came in from Mike. Let me go throw that up here and do that. Thank you, Mike. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for the super chat. Should I keep my same little boat with the horn thing, or should I change that up? I made that in Camtasia, by the way, and one of these days I'll show you how I did that. But yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate that. I'm starting my fat loss journey, and posting it publicly sounds like a great content. What are thoughts, and do you have any tips for me? I recently came across your content and I loved it. So I think that's a great idea, posting, making videos about your fat loss journey. My biggest tip would be, don't make it all about you. And I mean that with the utmost respect. What I mean by that is, when you make your videos, make it in such a way that you're trying to help other people. Okay? If you're doing that, if you're helping others in their fat loss journey, that's what people will want to watch. People are not going to really want to watch just for the sake of seeing how you're doing. Okay? I mean, maybe in a roundabout way, but if you flip the script a little bit and you just say, like, I'm going to help, I'm going to make videos showing my fat loss journey, but I'm going to hopefully inspire others to be able to do what I'm doing. And I'm going to give tips and tricks along the way, things that I've learned, what's worked for me, what hasn't worked for me. These are all types of videos you can make on your journey, right? Maybe one week you tried to, I don't know, limit your calories, but exercise more and burn calories that way. You did that for 2 weeks. How did it go? Let me show you, or let me tell you in a video, right? So, and if you want to do this, these are the things that I would caution you about, or these are the things that worked well for me, right? Like if you present everything like you're talking to somebody that you're trying to help, then that's what would help. But in the meantime, sure, you're showing your own journey. Does that make sense? So it's almost like a mindset thing. It's just a slightly different way of thinking about it. But that's what people want to see. People are on YouTube looking for help. So there you go. Borneo Amaru. Hey, Rob, all the way from Paris. I always follow your guide. Awesome. Welcome. Thanks for stopping in. Sequence ready. Thanks, dude. You gave me a lot of confidence to do YouTube. Awesome. Congrats. Good luck with your channel. The super chat is cool. Alrighty, maybe I'll leave it. Unless somebody says they don't like it. SEO optimization different for mobile phones than it is for TV, laptop, and iPads, etc. I wouldn't say. I mean, so those are all different ways to view content. I think, so here's my take on that. I think it would be, you'd be making things too complicated on yourself if you try to think that way. I don't often, I mean, there's a couple things I think about, but for the most part, I don't often consider how my viewers are watching my videos. Except for instance, I make all my videos in 4K. I shoot in 4K on this camera, or this camera if I'm making a video in here. Right now, this is 1080p. When I live stream, it's 1080p. But I make my videos all in 4K, and the reason I do that is for those who might be watching on a large TV, right? On a large TV, you can tell the difference if you look close enough between 4K and HD, or 1080p HD. So I guess I am kind of thinking about my viewers and how they watch it, and that's the reason I do it in 4K. But just so you guys know, if you film in 4K and you upload a 4K video, that doesn't mean that everybody will have to watch it in 4K at all. It doesn't mean that at all. When you upload a video, YouTube will process it and make all kinds of different versions of your video. And they're then going to send the appropriate version to whoever's trying to watch your video. So if somebody's trying to watch my video and they're on a crappy cell phone network that can't, it can only stream 720p or 420 or 480? I forget. Lower quality, that's all YouTube is going to send them based on their connectivity. Or if they're watching on a device that can't do 4K. Let's say it's an old phone and it only does 720. That's all YouTube is going to send them. That's why YouTube creates all these versions so that they can save bandwidth for those people who don't need that. Like if you're trying to watch a 4K video and your cell phone network is not great, there's going to be buffering all the time. It'll play a bit and then stop, and you'll see the spinning wheel. Play again, stop. You don't want that. And YouTube doesn't want that because they know if that's your experience, you're going to leave. And they don't want you to leave. So they're going to send you an appropriate file. So yeah, I wouldn't waste too much time thinking about how to optimize for different, like just just base it on the content, and because people watch videos in different ways. I've got a couple of super chats. Let's start with this one, Circuits FM. Thank you very much. Great content, Rob. Just subbed this morning. Awesome. Welcome. Brand new sub. Awesome. Circuits FM. Good luck to you. And then we have another one, Stavros the Curious. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your super chat. And this one comes with a question. I get no views from the US. Any idea? I am in the UK. It's hard to know without knowing any more details. It could be the time of day that you post, but probably not. It might be the content, whatever content you're sharing. So here's a loose example, but like if you're in the UK where soccer, or in the UK you call it football, where that's more popular, then people, if you're making content about that, then people in the UK are more apt to be more interested in that, and not necessarily the people in the United States where maybe baseball or American football is more popular than soccer. Okay, that's just one probably bad example, but if you make videos about your local town and the restaurants in your local town, okay, that's a town in the UK that maybe most people in the United States haven't been to. They perhaps wouldn't be interested in that. So those are just a couple of reasons, but you kind of have to get into your analytics. Look at the demographics of your viewers. Who are they? Who are your viewers? Are they male or are they female? Are they over 50, over 40, under 30? How old are they? And you mentioned that you've gotten into your analytics if you know where they're watching from. But yeah, it could be, this is just a thought, but it could be an accent thing. If you're speaking, now you're in the UK, maybe if you have a thick-ish accent that maybe some people in the United States have a hard time understanding, that could be a thing too. But there's really nothing you could do about that, though, I wouldn't think. But yeah, no, or you can make a video. Hey, here's an idea. Make a video targeting a US audience and say, where are you? Like, I'm trying to reach my US viewers out there, and no one is like, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something fun that you could do that might try to, encourage people. And then keywords. Talk about something that people in the United States would be interested in, maybe, and put that in your keywords and your tags, and maybe that would help. So just some ideas to get you thinking about it. But yeah, interesting issue you've got. Love the UK Premier League. Very good. Yeah, I've watched a little bit of it, but not a whole lot, I have to admit. I apologize to Premier League fans, but I have a face for radio. Well, we can see half of it right here. That's a good face for video. There's a dollar bill next to the entry box. Okay, I'm reading things backwards now, so I don't know what you're referring to. My YouTube just recently sent me your link. Awesome, Dave. Dave's Hikes, New Mexico. Cool. I have a face for 720. You don't want to show off too many details? That's exactly what I was thinking. Couldn't care less about UK soccer. It's people have different interests. Another one would be in India and Pakistan. I believe, like, they're big into cricket, right? Which I know very little about. To me, it looks a lot like baseball, but with 2 bases instead of 4. But other than that, I don't know a whole lot about it. So yeah, I probably wouldn't watch videos on it. But the more I do this, and the more I see and interact with people from all over the world, like you guys in these chats, the more I get exposed to different things, and I think that's cool, right? I think it's good to get outside of your own little neighborhood and learn about other parts of the world and how other people live and what other people are interested in, instead of just, all too often I think a lot of us are just kind of inwardly focused or focused on what's going on here. Like, for example, the stuff we watch on TV here in Canada or in the US is probably totally different than what people elsewhere in the world watch. And, you know, Canada, I mean, it might be geographically a big country, but there's only, I think we passed 40 million, but there's like 40, 41 million people here. That's it. That's not a lot of people for the size of the country. Like our population is around, like the whole country is about the same as California, the state. So it's maybe a little bit more, but pretty close to the same. So yeah, in terms of percentage of the global population, I don't know what it works out to, but very small, very small. And the US too, very small compared to the, I mean, 10 times the population of Canada, but still, what's 320 million people or whatever it is in the States now, compared to India's got over a billion, China's got over a billion, right? Like right there, there's 8 billion people in the world. So, 320 million, 0.3 of one, what's that, 30%, and then 8 of, anyway, my math. I need a calculator. Steve Brocky has a question. Don't suppose anyone knows how to install Screen Recorder for Mac. The installer won't run for me. Screen Recorder for Mac. It's built in. It's built in, and I learned this. I've been a Mac user for 2 years now, and if you just go Command-Shift-5, that starts your screen recorder. If you have multiple monitors, you'll then have to choose which one you want to record, and then it'll start recording, and then you can stop it, and there you go. Command-Shift-5. Command-Shift-4 is screenshot, right? That'll bring up crosshairs, and you can click and drag corner to corner, let go, and boom, screenshot lands in your downloads folder. Command-Shift-5 and start the recording, and then when you stop it, boom, video lands in your downloads folder. Super easy. But if you can't get that to work, Ecamm Live has a built-in recorder, OBS has a recorder. There's several ways you could do that. Let's see. Time for a drink of water. Getting a little wavy out there. Alrighty. How's everybody doing? Let's see. Just go back up. I missed a lot of chats, but again, that's going to happen. Hope you guys are okay with that. Here, let's do a search for QQQ. That usually works. All right. I answered that. Lots of Q's. I answered that one. I answered that one. I answered that. Okay, where am I going here? Okay, somebody asked a question 4 times in a row, but I answered it. Here we go. Square tail fishing. Is it bad to delete early videos as one then loses analytics? Does that include watch time? I can't tell. Or better to leave them uploaded? I have removed some as I improve my process. If you delete videos, you lose the views and the watch time. Okay, so know that. But also keep in mind that your watch time only sticks around for 365 days anyways. I mean, it sticks around for longer than that, but they only can't, if you're talking about getting monetized, they only count the watch time of the last 365 days. And that's a moving window. It moves every day. You add a day like tomorrow, but then 365 days ago, you lose a day, right? It always moves every day. But yeah, if you delete the videos, you lose that. So if you delete any videos that you uploaded, if you delete any videos that received watch time, views, or whatever, within the last 365 days, they go away. You lose those. So keep that in mind. All right. How do you become a channel member, Rob? So what you do, D Bagley. There's a join. There should be a join button down below. Now I can't show you on mine because I own my channel, so it's not going to show it to me. But well, let me see what it does show. I'm going to start a video. Oh no, it does show it. Okay, let me share my screen here. There's my screen. So there's the last video I made. If you go down to the bottom of any of my videos, okay, on any of my videos, down where it says my channel name, Rob the Maritimer here, join, right there. If you click on that, that brings this up.
I'm Rob the Maritimer.
Little video that I made a couple months ago. You can click join here. There's a monthly payment. YouTube collects that automatically. You can cancel at any time, but when you join, you would pay your first one right away. And then you can, but whenever you cancel, you're not a member. And then, so for members, I have the ability to create members only videos and do members only live streams. I've never really done members only videos, but I do members only live streams every second week. And the next one is tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern time, live stream just like this. But there'll be a lot fewer people. I think last week we had 19 people in there, maybe the week before. I think the most we've ever had was like 30. But again, you get 30 in there, not all 30 are asking questions. So it's a great way to get your questions answered. Yeah, so that's how you do it. You join there. The other thing is you get this little badge. One of these anchors will be beside your name, so in the chat. So anybody you see in the chat now that has a little anchor beside their name, or any of these other custom emojis, like Accidental Software Engineer just posted a bunch of them, that's because he's a member. He joined the channel. And also his name is bold and green. He's a member. The other thing is, yeah, the anchor. You start off with the white one, and then after a month, you get the black one. I think after 2 months, green, and so on. So I set that up initially. I can't remember. I think it's 1 month, 2, 3, 6, 12, 24 months, something like that. But anyways, yep, that's how you do that. Yeah, the join button. And it should be at the bottom of any of my videos. If I go back to my home page and pick another, let's just pick a live, like a live. Oh no, those are members only, so they won't, well actually they'll show up here, will they not? Yeah. So this is the dock party that I did last week. And yeah, the join button is here there too. So you should see it below this video. Take on the name of one of my channels. But there we go.
Take forever.
Same idea.
Anybody.
Okay. This one was
there are
an
other
hour,
people who
35
are not
minutes.
as far along as I am, but they're still far enough along.
All right, so there you go. That's how that works. That's how you become a member. Let's see what else we got. Oh, I answered that one. Here's a question from Dialogue Media. When you are live streaming in 1080p, are you also recording it in 4K, or is the restream also in 1080p? The restream is also in 1080p. But I think that's fine. I could, like Ecamm can also record. I've never tried to record it at 4K though. I've never even really thought about that. You probably can. Good question. Ecamm record in 4K? Question mark. I will try to find out. All right. Rob, did you know there is a video called How Rob the Maritimer Became a Legend on a channel, YouTube Over 40? It is really good. No, I did not know that. I did not know that. Perhaps I will take a look. There, I just screenshotted that. I really enjoy doing shorts and using the audio that YouTube provides. How is that copyright issues don't apply to shorts audio? For shorts, it does. But the music you can get from the YouTube library is royalty free, so you don't have to worry about it. If you get your music from the YouTube library, it's okay. It's totally fine. It's only when you bring in copyrighted music, like from whatever, from your phone or from an album, a CD, or from Apple Music or whatever, right? Music like that you can't use. I don't know why. There's a question here that this question here has been asked a lot. Another one. Do you edit with iMovie or CapCut, or which software do you use for general editing? So I use Camtasia, but iMovie and CapCut are totally acceptable. But I use Camtasia myself for my editing. Question, do you offer Camtasia one-on-one training? I saw I could book a time, but it said YouTube. Yeah, we can talk about that. If you want to send me a message, let me know exactly what you want help with. Yeah, I could probably help you with that. Absolutely. Yes, if you want to message me, I mean, you can get the email address if you click the About page on my channel, but I'll just tell you, it's workwith@robthemaritimer.com. And yeah, send me an email. I love the first live so much, I'm thinking of only doing scheduled lives, both Q&A and on different topics, and would love to know what you think. Absolutely. I mean, I love doing them too. That's why I'm thinking about doing more of them because I think they're great. They're a lot of fun. And if you're having fun with them, absolutely do more. I mean, live streams, you could have a channel that's all you do. Like maybe most of what you do is live streams, but every once in a while you'll make a video. That's totally fine. Now, long term, live streams aren't the type of videos that would go evergreen or get lots of views over time, because typically when you do a live stream, so when I do a live stream, I'll typically get maybe around 1,000 views or so the first day, and then I'll get sometimes 2,000 a total. So the 1,000 would turn into 2,000 or 2,500 by the next week. But then the next week when I come out with another live stream, then the week previous live stream stops getting so many views. Still gets some, but not nearly as many. But because now people are on to the current one, right? So whatever's current with live streams, it's whichever one is current or recently done, most recently done, that's the one that's going to be getting 98% of the views of all your live streams. Whereas videos have more of a chance of getting picked up by the algorithm and you know, shown more and potential to go viral and all this stuff, right? So I think a good mix is good, but if you want to lean more towards the live streams and less towards the videos, that's totally fine. Totally fine. All right, let me get back into the. Oh, I missed a. Sorry, Donna, I missed a super chat. Donna Cressman, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the quality training, she says. My pleasure. Have a lot of fun doing this. It's great. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Rebounding with Cheryl says, why when I take a screenshot of my video, it comes out blurry on my iPhone? Any suggestions? A screenshot of your video. Well, because your video is not showing, if you take a screenshot of your video that's playing through YouTube, I guess, you're not seeing it in its full quality. Okay, you're seeing it only as good as your phone can show it. So it may not be the 4K version you made. Even if like a video that's playing, you could probably pinch and zoom it in and it'll look better, or you can export it, upload it to YouTube and play it on a larger screen. It'll look great. But it's all to do with a screenshot is just, this is the way I look at it anyways. A screenshot is, it can only take a picture of however good the screen itself is. I don't know if I'm explaining myself very well. But yeah, I understand what you're saying, and that is true. That I get the same thing. If I took a screenshot of a video, it would not be nearly as good as if, you know, I played the video on a larger screen and took a screenshot of that. It would be better. So I don't know if that helped answering your question, Cheryl, but I hope it did. Yuvraj Sashdev has a question. Initially, I'm planning to do short form content. Should I post same on Instagram and YouTube? And I'm more into storytelling and filmmaking. You absolutely can, and I've done that as well. Like if I've made shorts, or when I make shorts, I've really only made them as clips from my longer form videos. I've never really got into making dedicated shorts only. But regardless, when I do make a when I do make a short from a long form video, I will then repurpose that and I'll also upload it to Instagram. In the past, I've also uploaded it to TikTok and Facebook Reels, but recently I've actually gotten rid of both of those because it's just I don't know. For me, it doesn't work, and it's just time consuming, and I haven't seen any results from that. But Instagram I would still do. So yes, if I make a short, I'll post it on YouTube. as a short, and I will also upload it to Instagram as a reel. Same kind of thing. And then that's two different ways that people can see that. Now, I will also say that growing a presence in more than one platform, I think, is hard, because it's hard enough to grow a presence in one platform. I'm focused on YouTube, and it's not that easy. It's hard. There's lots of stuff to learn. But if I were to also want to grow on Instagram, well, that comes with a whole other set of rules. Like, just, it's a different platform. They've got different ways that their algorithm works versus YouTube. It's just different. So I feel like, learning one platform is hard enough. I don't want to spend too much time trying to learn two. So my focus is YouTube, but yeah, I'll also post it on Instagram, see what happens. And the result is I've got 60,000 subscribers here, and I might be getting close to 400 on Instagram, 400 total. So it's, but I have it there mostly as another way for people to contact me. If they for whatever reason can't find my email address here and they want rather send me a DM through Instagram, they can do that. So that's my thoughts on that. And another super chat, Catherine. Thank you very much, Catherine. I really appreciate that. Catherine says, thanks for all you do, Rob. I appreciate it a great deal. My pleasure. My pleasure, Catherine. I'm glad you're getting some value out of this. I have a lot of fun doing it, so win-win. Thank you very much. All right. Should channel name match the niche? Julie Marshall says, it doesn't have to. So here's where I'm going to give you my opinion, and not so much what it should be. My personal opinion is I think it's a good idea to have your first name in your channel name. Okay, I know not everybody does that, and that's fine. And there are very successful channels out there that don't. Totally fine. For example, Think Media, right? Great channel. That's not somebody's first name. I know Sean Cannell is the guy behind Think Media, so that's an example. But then you've got Nick Nimmin. So his channel name is his first and last name. You've got me, Rob the Maritimer. My channel name is my first name and then just something fun. Because at the time I didn't know what my channel was going to be about. I just called it Rob the Maritimer. That left it open for me to do whatever. But I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to change it to Rob's YouTube Help, even though that's mostly what I do. I'm not going to change it to that because I'm now known as Rob the Maritimer. So I'm going to keep that. So what am I trying to say? I like your first name in the channel name, particularly if you're going to put yourself in your videos, which I highly recommend that you do. Put yourself in your videos. You're talking to the camera. People are getting used to your face. You put yourself in every one of your thumbnails. That's more branding. People get used to what you look like. They'll get to know you. So they see you everywhere, in your thumbnails, on your channel banner. Mine's not on my channel banner, but anyway. In all my videos. I'm there. I'm everywhere. It's not just my voice. Even when I share my screen, I typically keep my face on the screen. Okay? Like this. When I share this screen, there I am. Right there. I have another one set up so that I can get rid of me if I wanted to. But so anyways. So yeah, if you're going to put your face everywhere, which I think is a good idea because it helps with your branding. It helps people connect with you if they can put a face to a name. Then make it easy for them to remember your name, right? If they see you everywhere and they can't remember what your name is, that's not so good. So put your name in your channel name and then it's easy. Then at the bottom of every video that you've got is your name. So here, if I go here and show you, so this dock party video, who is this guy? Oh, it's Rob, right? Right there in the channel name. So that's my reasoning for it. But again, it's a personal preference. You could put your last name there if you want, your full name. Some people don't like putting their last name in there, and that's totally fine. Some people don't want to be known by their first name, and maybe they want a, what's it called? Pseudonym, right? Another name. Pick another name you want to be known by on YouTube and put that there. That's fine. But again, if you would rather have your company name or a short 2 to 3 word sentence about what you make your videos about. Channel makers is another example of a good channel that uses a kind of a company name or a brand name. That's totally fine. But viewers may have a little harder time knowing who that person is making the videos if that person's first name isn't down in the channel name. So that's why I think that way. But again, personal opinion. You do you. That's just my advice. Lori, how you doing, Lori? With your email list you've collected, do you send out weekly, bi-weekly email? Do you go beyond just the lead magnet? I don't send out weekly or bi-weekly or anything email. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But personally, I don't love receiving a lot of unsolicited mail myself. I know it's not unsolicited because I put my email address into whatever system is now sending me emails. So, but I'm more apt to unsubscribe if I get too much email from that person. So that's why I don't do it. Not saying I won't. Like when I finally get my act together and finish this course I'm working on that, and have that on offer, then I may look at Facebook ads, right, to promote it. Not so much YouTube promotion because I'd have to look into that. I don't really think that's a good idea right now. But if I offer something, maybe Facebook ads might be a good way. Try $100 and see what happens. If I spend $100 and I earn 500 from it, okay. The next week I'll try 200. If it brings in 1,000, okay, this is good, right? Scale it up. But where was I going with that? But yeah, no. So for the email list, if I did something like that, I probably would set up more of an official funnel that when people, come into the list, then the idea is you would kind of nurture that list by sending them periodic emails and then get them maybe closer to them wanting to buy whatever it is you're offering. Like you want to give these emails, you want to give them good content, like free advice every so often, and every once in a while offer them something. If they don't want to buy your $500 thing, maybe they want to buy your $25 thing, or maybe your $15 thing, or whatever, right? So there's different strategies. You just have to be careful with not overloading people with too much what they would consider spam. So yeah, what I do right now is I do have a growing list because of the free things I offer, the lead magnets. And what I do is when I do come out with something that's something to offer, let's say I want to put my course on sale, right, and give a discount to anybody who wants it. I would announce that. I would announce that probably in a community post on YouTube. I may even make a YouTube video about it, just a short one. And I could then also go to my email list and send out a quick message to everybody who's on the list. Oh, by the way, I'm having a special for this week or whatever. It gives you the opportunity to do that. If you are sending weekly or bi-weekly messages, or some people do daily, like stock tips, things like that. If you're sending lots of emails to people, the people will become numb to your emails. So if I were doing that every week, I'm sending like a newsletter type of thing, and then I wanted to put a special on. If I send an email about a special, it's not going to be seen by as many people because they're tuning my stuff out now. They're getting too much from me. So my strategy, instead of doing weekly emails, is you can kind of consider this live stream almost something like that, like instead of a email is not the word I was looking for, but a newsletter. Instead of a weekly newsletter, a newsletter keeps people informed of what's going on. I keep people informed of what's going on in these live streams. So I don't feel like I have to do it via a newsletter as well. If there's something extra special, then I'll post about it, or maybe blast out one email. Again, that's just the way I do it. But I hope that helps, Lori. And good luck with yours setting yours up. Question, I'll be at 100 subs soon and want to do a live stream for the first time. Do I need to use software, or can I just use the Go Live through YouTube? You can just use the Go Live through YouTube. You don't need to use software. The only reason you'd ever want to get into using something else like an Ecamm Live or StreamYard or Restream or OBS is if you want to set up custom scenes with multiple screens, multiple cameras maybe. StreamYard allows you to do picture-in-picture, like screen and then yourself down in the corner, but I don't believe you can customize its look very much. You can't resize or move it around, or you never used to be able to back when I used it. Whereas Ecamm Live, it's totally customizable. I can make things however I want. If you just stream through YouTube or YouTube Studio, I believe it is. I always forget what you can stream on your mobile phone. You can stream directly from YouTube. I think on your desktop you can stream through YouTube Studio. You can still do picture-in-picture, but I don't think you have any control over what it looks like. Like you can't crop in on yourself and rounded edges and put two screens on one screen and stuff like that. It's very basic, but it works. It totally works. You can. My suggestion would be to go live. Your first time you go live, just do it through YouTube and see what you think. And then once you get used to doing that, you can start looking at other software like Ecamm or OBS or StreamYard and see if, then you know what you can already do, and then you can see what they have to offer that's perhaps over and above what you're used to, and you can evaluate, is it worth it or not for the extra money that you'd have to spend for that. All right. Okay. Anaholics, how you doing? Can you make a realistic estimate how many hours you work on your channel or business? I have the feeling it is way more than some people think, or am I mistaken? Well, I'm gonna guess it's 40 hours a week. I pretty much it's hard to say because I work just about every day of the week, but some days I only work a few hours. Maybe it's 40 to 60, 30 to 60 hours. It could be a lot. It's all I do. I don't have another job. I used to do freelancing through Fiverr, but I stopped doing that maybe 6 months ago or so. I just slowly kind of moved over to only doing this. And the way I did that, I kind of started raising my prices at Fiverr until it was, it wasn't to try to push people away. It was more that, okay, do I want to spend an hour doing something for, $50, or do I want to spend a couple hours on YouTube doing something that could, make me a lot more? That's where I moved to. But I'd say I work this like a full-time job. A full-time job that I don't have to clock in and out at specific times. Okay, so like Saturday morning, 7 a.m. I was down here in my office getting ready for setting up the live stream that I did from the beach, right? And then I went out to the beach, 8 a.m. went live, and I was there till 10 a.m. So call that 3 hours on the weekend. But I'm always thinking about it because I love it. I'm thinking, okay, how can I, how do I make this course better that I'm working on? How do I leverage these live streams? How do I, what other live streams do people, even when I go out for walks in the evening, I'm not working, but I'm thinking about this. It's just a mindset. I've always kind of worked for myself. So I have a hard time equating this to a job that you're paid to work 8 hours a day or 9 hours a day because it's not at all the same. If I were to calculate how much I make per hour based on the hours that I'm either working on it, outside for a walk, thinking about it, outside for a walk and talk, out at the beach doing a live, if I added all of that up and tried to figure out dollars per hour, how much am I earning, it's not going to be very much. That's okay. That's not the only reason I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm growing it in time, and I'm hopeful that it continues to grow, and I'm taking steps to try to, ensure that it continues to grow, so that some point in the future, perhaps I can even scale back further how much I put into this, and maybe I only focus on lives and doing the odd video, one every 2 weeks or one a month, but I still go live all the time. Like, to me, going live is not working. I don't feel like I'm working right now. I'm tired when I'm finished talking for 3 hours, but I would probably still do this if I had all the money in the world, and I didn't. I feel like if I did nothing, I would just rot. Like, I don't want to do that. I want to do this, and whether I need the money or not, and I just enjoy it. So, if you can get to that place, I think that's a great place to be. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. So I hope that helped. All right, let's get back into the chats here. What do we got? Oh, Brooke's in the house. How you doing, Brooke? Good to see you. How's that live coming? Did you go live again? So Brooke Sears went live for over 3 hours last week, but then when I went live for what was it, 3 hours and 40 minutes, I think. I basically served it back to her. Okay, ball's in your court. You got to beat that. So, did you? Let me know. All right, let me try to find where I am. I know I'm missing a lot of you here, but I do what I can. All right, where we go? Here we go. Rob uses Epidemic Sound. Yes, I do. But I also have used StreamYard, and I like that. I don't feel like the video quality was as good as I'm now getting from Ecamm, even though in both cases it was 1080p. But you know, I was still a little bit green with this whole live streaming thing at the time, so I don't know if that's an accurate assessment. But yeah, there you go. Okay, where am I? Time for a drink of water. Oh, I'm just looking at the current. Brooke says, hey, Rob, did my first StreamYard live stream today. I'm loving the upgrade. I didn't schedule it. I just went live on a whim, and people actually came. So fun, and no, it wasn't 3 hours and 41 minutes. Great, Brooke. Congrats. That's awesome. StreamYard. So that's good. So were you able to put people's names on screen? Because StreamYard makes that fairly easy. Maybe you didn't get into that yet, but you can do that. And awesome. And if I remember correctly, you use a Mac. But yeah, if that worked out for you, then, oh, yes, you said, and way better. Awesome. Cool. Very good. No stopping you now. You're on your way. That's great. All right. My chat is jumping all over the place, but that's okay. It just means you guys are asking lots of questions, and I'm not able to get to them all. Let me just go, who we got? Going current now. Rita is here. How you doing, Rita? Good to see you. Oh, Brooke, yes, I use an iMac desktop. Perfect. I use a MacBook Pro, but your computer's probably just as powerful as mine, or if not more so. Yeah, so the only reason I mention that is anytime I hear somebody's a Mac user, I mention Ecamm Live, just because I think it's the cat's meow. I think it's great. But StreamYard's good too. Great idea about that live. We're all Gen X here. Yes, we are, or most of us anyways. There was somebody who was 24 years old earlier that I was chatting with. Rock the dots, late as usual. That's okay. The cat's meow, haha. Where is the cat? There she is, she's asleep. Let's give you guys the cat cam. There you go, cat cam. Let's angle this a little better. There you go. Some of you like cats, maybe not everybody. Oh, Matman Solar, she was awesome with it, like you would have expected. I got 2 for 1.5 hours, but nothing to come close to you 2 at 3 hours. You got, so Matt, you went live for 1.5 hours? That's awesome, if that's what you mean. Congrats to you. Awesome. Live streams, guys, they're awesome. They're scary as hell the first time you do it, or I was, because I'm an introvert. I don't like talking in front of crowds, and to me, going live was the same as talking to a crowd of people. That's the way I looked at it. But my fears were, what's the word I'm looking for? I was no longer scared once I finished. I finished my first live and I was ecstatic. I was like, wow, that was actually awesome. I want to do this again. And I was like that right from the beginning. So that's my biggest advice. Just do it. Just go live, do it, have fun. And there's so many bonuses, so many positives that can come out of it. It can really level up your channel. It can really help you find new people, right? You guys who are starting to go live, do you notice new people finding you just because you're live? I do. I notice that all the time. It's a great way for people to find you. Now they've found you. Now they can go watch some of your videos, right? Plus, in the live streams, you can talk about your videos that you made and that you're working on. And in your videos, you can talk about, oh, I'm going live next week. If anybody wants to talk to me in person, I'll answer you. So, yeah, it's great. Walk in Faith with Nisha. I love live streaming for my Bible studies. Perfect. Yeah, that's a great reason to go live. Absolutely. Catherine, new people found me live. Awesome. Brooke, yes, new people found me from going live and are starting to binge watch my channel. Super cool. That's awesome. Dr. Left Hand Thread. I love doing live streams, was doing one a week until I got sick 3 weeks ago. My live streams were boosting my channel. Absolutely. Cool. Good for you, Dr. Left Hand Thread. I love the name. I'm left-handed, by the way. Awesome. Heartily Happy question. Is it better to use a camera or a phone to video and use tablet laptops to view comments? Okay, glad you asked this. And Anna, I will get to you in a second. Thank you for the super chat, but let me answer this question first by Heartily Happy. Can I just post that on the, where is that? There we go. Throw it up on the screen. Is it better to use a camera or phone to video and use tablet, laptops? Okay, so when I went live at the beach on Saturday, I did it from my phone. Where did I put, oh, the cat cam. I did it from my phone. And now, normally, as you guys probably know, when I make a video, I look at the rear camera of my phone. But when you do a live, that doesn't work, because if you want to see the chats, you have to turn it around, look at the selfie camera. Not as good a camera. However, the next time I do this from the beach, which will be this week, I think I will use the rear camera because, yes, I used an iPad to get my comments. So what I had to do was, the first thing I did is on my phone, I turned on the hotspot on my phone because I was at a beach. There was no internet. I turned on my hotspot, and then I turned on my iPad, and I connected to this hotspot. So now my iPad has internet too, okay, through the phone. I then went in the phone and I opened up Prism Live. That was the app. It's a free app that I used to go live. It connects to YouTube. I went live with that, but I did it on my selfie camera so I could see the chats, because I wasn't 100% sure the chats were going to work on the iPad. Once I was live, I took my iPad and I went to my live and I looked at the chats. I could see the chats there. It might be delayed by a few seconds, but it works totally fine. So since that worked, I see no reason why I can't do a live from my rear camera on the phone. So that's what I'm trying next time. So there you go. But your question was, is it better to use a camera or a phone to video? I mean, I think it's easier with the phone just because the live stream app is an app on your phone. You know, Prism Live. If I were to bring one of these Sony cameras to the beach, I don't know how I would connect it to the live stream. I would have to, what would I do? I'd have to hook it to my phone somehow, and I don't know how to do that. I'd have to bring my MacBook with me, and then I've got a lot of gear with me. So yeah, stream from your phone. Use your phone camera, and you can use a tablet to check the comments, and you can sit back from your phone. See, that's the thing. When I went live on Wednesday at the beach, I didn't have my iPad. I just had my phone. So I had to be up close and personal with the phone to read the chats. Okay, and I had to have my reading glasses on. But if you have an iPad that you can connect via hotspot to your phone, or an iPad that has its own cellular network connection, I don't have that, but if you do, then you don't have to connect it to your phone. Then you can sit back away from your phone and you can check the chats right here, and the phone can be further away from you. So yeah, there you go. Where is Anna? There you go. Anna, thank you very much for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Good to see you here again. and has a question. Anna says, when you see your most recent video taking off, do you wait to release another video to give that popular video the spotlight? Yes and no. So yes, I have done that in the past. I don't focus as much on that now. But when the first time it happened to me, yes, I did do that. I wanted to give it some breathing room. So, but the same thing is if I had, let's see, if I had a video taking off and it's going crazy and it's still getting hundreds of views an hour, let's say, and I posted it yesterday, that even if I was planning on posting another video today, which I don't usually post videos back-to-back days, but if I was going to, I probably wouldn't if that one's still going great. But I may still post it the day after that. Like, I think give it 2 days, and then I would probably post it. It's a interesting problem to have, right? It's one of those things that I would try it both ways. Like, try giving your video some room to breathe. Like, maybe even give it a week. When I had my first viral video, that was July 5th of last year. And it went absolutely crazy. Like, I had, I think, 3,000 subscribers at the time. And then I put out this video on a Friday morning, and I think it got 5,000 views that day, when most of my videos would get a couple hundred views in a day. It was like 5,000. I was like, whoa, what's this? And then Saturday, like 15,000, and then Sunday, 35,000 views. It's like, I was like, what is going on? So I think it was the middle of the next week before I posted the next one, and it did not slow down the viral video. So I learned a little bit from that. But if you have it's the same reason why I personally wouldn't post a video every single day all the time. I did it as a test before, but what the results of my test were that, I'm almost overloading my viewers now. They may like me, but maybe not that much. They don't want to see me, for half an hour every single day. Like, that's a lot to ask. And if I'm forcing new content on them that quickly, that's a lot to ask. So, so I try to look at it that way. Like, how often do people want to see my stuff? I do find, on the flip side, that if I wait a week before coming out with another video, as long as the content is good for that new video, quite often it'll do well, because it's the first new thing I've had in a week, and people miss me. Thank you. And maybe they want to, they're looking forward to another video now. So yeah, I don't know if that answers your question. Again, as with most of these things, it's almost like it's something you have to test, see if it works for you. It's a scary thought, though, to test something when you've got a video going viral. You don't want to mess that up, right? So maybe just let it breathe a little bit. But no, at some point you're going to have to put out another video, because now you're getting a whole lot more subscribers from this viral video, right? They're going to want more from you, right? So, don't wait too long. Anyway, that's my advice. I hope that helps, Anna. Thanks again for the super chat. Appreciate that. Oh, somebody didn't like that answer. I got a thumbs down. Uh-oh. Sorry. I answered it as best I could. Maybe I'm not, maybe you asked a question and I missed it. If so, I apologize for that. Nobody is actually staying and watching live streams. Your live streams, maybe? If not, I wouldn't give up on it, because, you can try new things. Try talking about something different next time. Maybe you could try that. Is StreamYard free? No. They may have a free trial, and if they do, I believe they have a watermark on it. I don't remember. And if they do have a free trial, it's probably at a lower resolution. So some things you might want to look at. Nicola says, Brooke, I'm getting comfortable now. I'm going to start live. Good for you, Nicola. Do it. Have fun. Let us know how it goes. That's exciting. What camera app for iPhone so I can see text while recording? So you can see text while recording. I don't know what you mean. Any text I have in my videos, I add after the fact. I add it in video editing. When I'm editing the video after I've recorded it, I don't add any text while I'm recording. So I'm not sure how to answer your question. I just, when I record on my phone, I just use the internal camera app on my iPhone. When I'm doing a live stream, I use Prism Live. Now, and I know there's a way to set up overlays in Prism Live. I've not done it. Overlays meaning if you want to add text to it live. I believe you can do that. I've just not done that. So I can't really guide you through how to do it, but I know you can. I just subscribed to you from this live. Awesome, Viv. The Viv. Welcome. Good to have you here. I can fix that. Great. Hey, Rob, love your content. Have you ever thought about doing a channel evaluation video, or maybe as an additional side income? Your down-to-earth point of view would be great to get input. So I have toyed with that idea, and I do offer channel reviews. That's a service that I offer that people have purchased. And the way I do it is I'll analyze the channel and I'll look at some videos, and then I'll make a video of myself talking about what I see, positives, things I think that could be better, and stuff like that. So that is something that I have done, but I've not done it live. I've not reviewed people's channels live like this. If I were to do that, I'd probably have to have some sort of a sign-up form where people could submit their channels ahead of time, and I would look, and I would, I wouldn't be able to do it for everybody who wants that, basically. So, but it might be something I do in the future. Alrighty, where are we? Tech for Dad says teleprompter. Donna says the beach live was wonderful. Awesome. Glad you liked it. Oh, okay. So let me say this so I talked about this maybe an hour ago, but for those of you who did not miss or who missed my announcement earlier, here it is. Next Tuesday, the live stream is going to be special. I've arranged to bring on 3 additional creators. So there'll be myself and 3 others. The 4 of us are going to be basically in a Zoom call, but I'm bringing them all into the live. And we're going to have a little roundtable chat, asking each other questions, answering, chatting, having some fun, and perhaps taking some questions from you guys in the live. So I'm leaning towards calling this Creators Corner and maybe doing more of these, like doing them on a semi-regular basis, similar to the way I did some podcast interview style things live several months ago. So anyways, who am I bringing on, you might ask? I'm going to announce it in a post after this live stream, but I've already mentioned it in this live. Ty Myers is going to be here. And it's going to be the same time next week, Tuesday at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. Going to have Ty Myers, who is a relatively new creator. I think he started it in the fall. We're going to have Alexa Seranoia join us. She's been at this for, I think, a little over a year, and she's doing amazing. She also offers coaching. And we're going to have Brian G. Johnson, who's been at this for ever. I think he took a little hiatus there for a couple of years, but he's back, and he was doing this back in 2016, I think he started. The granddaddy, I like to call him, even though he's probably my age, and I'm not a grandfather. But yeah, so the three of them and myself, the 4 of us, we're going to have a little chat, and we're going to bring you guys in on this, and you can, enjoy. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and if it goes well, perhaps I'll bring 1 or more of them. The 4 of us may do it again, or I may bring other people in, maybe keep one the same, or who knows? Who knows where it'll go? It'll go wherever you guys want it to go. So if you guys like it, I'll do more of them. And if they liked it, maybe they'll come on again, right? That kind of thing. So anyways, I hope you guys like that. It's just, I don't know. I feel like, and I've said this before, I've made videos where I talk about these other creators as well, and recommend that you guys check them out. Because the way I look at it is, we're all talking about the same thing. Like not everybody, including you guys, but the 3 of them and some of you guys in here we're all kind of in the same niche, helping people get over whatever hurdles are in your way and getting you going on your YouTube journey, live streams, whatever it is, getting over camera confidence issues, whatnot. We're all trying to help. And I think all four of us offer coaching. So we're all doing that, I think. Not 100% sure, or have a course or something. So yeah, but everybody has different tastes, okay? There's that. So perhaps somebody would rather listen to me. Other people may rather listen to Alexa. Other people might rather listen to Brian or Ty or whatever. Everybody has different ways of presenting information. Some people resonate with some people better than others. Okay, so my point is, if you can see the four of us having a chat about this, like I may ask Brian, like, how did you get into this? And, what cameras do you use? And how do you do that? And maybe Ty asks Alexa something like, how did you do this? And what's your take on this? And we all have a different take on all these things that we're doing, and different ideas on how to get over certain hurdles. I think it would be helpful for people to hear different perspectives. So, because believe it or not, I don't know everything. There's a lot of stuff I don't know. And, if Alexa can explain something better than I can, then you guys will benefit from that. And I'm okay with that. That's totally fine. So yeah, that's the plan. And I hope you guys like it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Now let me just take a look at the chats here to see if you guys have any comments on that. Let's see. Oh, it looks like, I think you guys are having your own little chat here, but that's okay. That's totally fine. If I jump, it's like, sometimes I feel like when I go into the chats, I'm jumping into a conversation that I wasn't invited to or that started 10 minutes ago and I'm late to the party. Because when I read something like good title, I don't know what we're talking about, from Christina. I volunteer my channel for a channel critique, Georgia fan. Okay, very good. Yeah, that's the thing though. If I open that, I'd get right now I'd get 139 people volunteering probably. Let's see. How far up do I go? Should I upgrade my first slideshow videos to add text and music now that I've learned so much? That's something you could do if you're struggling for a way to create content. You could upgrade slideshows into a video, absolutely. Donna Cressman, the Beach Live was wonderful. Awesome. Glad you liked it. Question, Lego Tours NI, can I see your setup? Yes, you can. Let me find that here. I have to, actually, this is coming apart. Let me tighten this up, my phone. This gets loose on me a lot. I don't know why, but tighten that up with my thumbnail, and press iPhone. Okay, so there's the setup. What do we got? I've got my MacBook here. So that's the MacBook with Ecamm Live running on it. Okay, if I come back out, there's my other camera that, wait, are you seeing? Yeah, you're seeing this. That's on a slider, and I can show you the view from that is right there. So wave to the camera slider. I haven't been using that view very much today. I'm just something I'm playing with. That is my main view from, so there, that camera is my main camera. That's the Sony a6400. Don't mind the dust, with the Sigma 16mm lens on it. Beside that, I've got my 32-inch 4K monitor where I do most of my editing. Down below, I've got my cheap little 1080p monitor, which that's the screen I typically share. And here's the Stream Deck where I can select the buttons of change which view. So I can change to that view, the second camera view, the iPhone. So 1, 2, 3 I pressed, or share my screen is this one. There, now I'm sharing my screen. Share the screen without me in it. Make me disappear is the button beside it. So this one here, these two buttons. There's the Super Chat button. If I press that, you'll see the Super Chat. So that is that. And I've just got a couple other buttons down here. Yeah, so Stream Deck is great. It integrates with Ecamm Live. What else? Got my wireless keyboard here. Got my wireless mouse. A couple of charge cords. I can plug them into that. I got my teleprompter hiding back there with a little dust cloth. Well, I got speakers here. I got a key light. That's my key light up there. It's just a light by Neewer. And it came with a pack of 2. There's the second one, the other speaker. My glass of flavored water. Some snacks if I get hungry. Granola, minis, chocolate banana. And my notes from the last video that I made. All kinds of, and then a bunch of garbage over here. Not garbage, but my table with all my junk. The selfie stick, the other camera, just a bunch of stuff. My cue cards, the light. I don't know why I have that on, but anyways. And then outside, there's the Atlantic Ocean. All right, and then back here behind me is where I used to film a lot of videos indoors. There, using that key light, okay, with the grid on it. I'd sit in that chair, and a lot of my earlier videos were made there. And see that little mic stand? There's no mic in it. That's because the mic is here. So I can unplug the mic from there and move it over and plug it into that wire. Both of those wires connect to this. This is the audio interface. This is a Y splitter. They both plug into that, and it's plugged into this. And then back here where all the dust lives, I've got the dock and the ATEM Mini, which I'm actually getting rid of. Anyways, that there's your tour. I hope that is. If you have any questions about anything, let me know. I'd be happy to answer anything. But yeah, that's. And let me also say that I've got way more gear here than you need to do any of this. The reality is, and I've made videos about this, I spent far too long with shiny object syndrome, right? And not thinking I knew enough or had enough gear to do what I wanted to do. I think I needed the better camera, I need better lights, I need better this and that. And the reality is you don't need any of this. The videos of mine that are doing the best are the ones where I grab my camera on this little tripod or the other selfie stick, which I actually like better now, the new one I got, which is cheaper. With the mic, which that's besides the phone, the mic would cost the most. And I go outside for a walk. And then I edit that video. Excuse me, got the hiccups now. Those videos for me perform the best. And there's not very much, I shouldn't say not very much effort, but I don't need all of this gear to make those videos, is my point. And I also don't need all this gear to go live. Yes, the lights make you look a little bit better. Yes, having multiple cameras is cool, but it's not necessary at all. That big key light behind me, the one up there, if I were to do it over again, I wouldn't buy that. I don't need that. I thought I did, but I don't. I could have used one of these panel lights over there. Yeah, so be careful about buying all kinds of stuff just because you think you need it, or even because you think, you saw that I have it, so now you think you must need it. That's probably not the case. Most of the stuff I have here, you do not need. So there you go. Just lost myself some sales, but that's all right. Alrighty, where are we? Live streams stay on YouTube unless you take them down. That is correct, Dr. Left Hand. They will, yeah, live streams turn into a video on demand that people can watch after the fact. Absolutely. And also, and I usually mention this every week, but I haven't yet this week, so I'll tell you. When I do these live streams, I have monetization turned off so that you guys don't see ads, okay? When the stream is over, I will turn monetization on so that when anybody watches it on the replay, they will see ads. And the only difference is if you see ads on the replay, at least my video is paused during the ads, so you won't miss anything. If I had ads on now, if I'm interrupted and you see an ad all of a sudden, you'll miss whatever I say for the next 30 seconds or however long the ad is. So because of that, I turn them off until after the stream is over. So yeah, that's how that works. For all of you who may be monetized and looking at doing live streams, I recommend turning monetization off. during the live stream. Bushcraft, it takes a long time to film the stuff I do now. It's quick and easy, and that's why I've been doing that instead of what I really want. Okay, I think I missed the earlier part of that discussion. That's what happens when I go backwards. Daphne says, wow, a lot of gear. Thank goodness you don't need it all. Tech overload. I like the simple video walk and talk. I do too. I have the most fun doing those, and I get exercise at the same time. So bonus, bonus, bonus. Val G, good to see you too. I have a huge question. I want to be a content creator, and the question is, while recording, how do people change up pictures and adding a video intake? Let me read that again. Okay, so I think what you're asking is, if you make a video, how do you add like images into that video or another video in that video? And the answer, the simple answer is you do that in video editing. You need a video editing app or program like Camtasia, CapCut, iMovie, Final Cut Pro, Premiere Pro, whatever you want to use. I use Camtasia. I have used CapCut. That's a very popular one. iMovie is quite popular for Mac users, although it's a little more limited. The upgraded version of that would be Final Cut Pro. Anyways, whatever app you use to make your videos, you would do it in there. So you could bring your main video into the editing app that you've recorded, and then you can, on another track above in the timeline, you would add your photos, and you can move it around so you can decide when they occur and when they leave, and you can size them on the screen or whatever. And same with videos. You can put a video on top, and typically a video like that is called B-roll, and you would usually remove the audio from that B-roll so you can still hear yourself talking in the main track below, but then all of a sudden you see B-roll, something else. Or if you just want to insert another video into the middle of your video, you can split your video, create some space, and drop a new one in there. Okay, so, but yeah, the answer to your question is you would do all that in video editing in whatever program you use to edit your videos. So again, for me, it's Camtasia. DaVinci Resolve is another one you could use. So yeah, that is how that works. Not many people can say that they can see the other side of the Atlantic Ocean from their home window. Yeah, well, that's not Portugal that you're looking at on the other side there. That's just another side of St. Margaret's Bay. FYI, DJI currently has a summer sale with up to 28% off of several items, including the mic too. Really? Wow. Okay, check that out then. I got the DJI gimbal and mic. Does everyone recommend? DJI mic, definitely. The gimbal may or may not be needed. So I'm an iPhone user, not as familiar with the Androids, but with iPhone, I know that with the iPhone 14 and newer, so 14, 15, 16, they have internal stabilization built in. Okay, so I have the 16. It's got stabilization built in, so I don't need a stabilizer. I don't need a gimbal, right? Because it's stable enough. If you just watch any of my videos where I'm outside walking on the trail, they were all filmed with my iPhone with no gimbal. Okay, but if your phone that you're recording with does not have stabilization inside of it, and you may want to do a search on Google or ChatGPT or something to find out what your phone has, if it has it or not. If it doesn't, then you may want to consider a gimbal. But if you can save the money and not have to get one, then, because a lot of times phones will have stabilization in it, but you have to turn it on. So you'd have to find it in your settings, and probably your camera settings, and turn that on. But yeah, there you go. There you go. How are we doing for time? 4:30, 2.5 hours so far. We're not doing 3 hours and 30 minutes or 3 hours and 40 minutes today. Sorry. But I'm going to go live more this week. So again, tomorrow we're having the members only live stream, Wednesday, 1 o'clock Eastern, same time as today. That's usually for 1 to 2 hours. I think it was 90 minutes last week, but that's for anybody who joins the channel as a member. You can join in on that one. And yeah, there's a lot fewer people in there, and I will get to all the questions. And it's just a little bit more laid back because, yeah, we're chatting and yeah. Don't know what else to say, but that's tomorrow. I'm going to do another outdoor live. I just don't know when yet. I think maybe, okay, let me say this. So again, and I talked about this at the beginning. So I did 2 outdoor live streams last week, one Wednesday night and one Saturday morning. And the main idea behind that was that I always go live at 1 o'clock Eastern time on Tuesday, my regular live stream. And because I do it in the middle of the day, and I picked that time because it works for pretty much all of North America and also Europe. But that's it. That's not even half the world. And I know there's a lot of Australians that watch my videos too, but it's the middle of the night for them. So I'm thinking if I can find another time to go live that maybe other people from other places in the world can join in, that would be a good thing. So that was kind of the driver behind it. And also I wanted to get some experience streaming from outside. So, and I know that beach that I go to has great 5G connection with my cell phone. So that's a perfect place to do it. And also out in the middle of the bay is good too. So when the boat's in the water, I'm going to go in that and live stream from that maybe this weekend. So tentative plan is to go live outside Saturday morning this week. But you may know or may not know that I asked a question in a poll where I asked you, should I do it Saturday morning? Should I do it in the evenings in a weekday, in the mornings in the weekday? What did you all think? And it was pretty much split evenly between weekend morning and another night in the evening, like Wednesday or Monday evening and Saturday morning. Pretty evenly split. So what I've decided, tentatively, is the second live that I do each week it's gonna be different every week, right? Sometimes it'll be Wednesday evening. It might be Monday evening. It might be Saturday morning that week. It might be Sunday morning, right? It's going to move around. This one will always be now. It'll always be Tuesday, 1 o'clock, because got a nice following here. I think it would be probably not a wise move to move this around. So I'm going to keep doing this one, and then the additional one that I do every week, that's going to move around. But I'll let you know before I do it. I'll give a couple days notice, probably in a post. So yeah, that's the plan. So let me know what you think of that plan. Matt Mansolar, got to run to meetings, work calls. Thanks. See you next time. Bye. See ya, Matt. Sorry, I hope you didn't ask any questions that I missed. I know I've missed a lot today, jumping all over the place. That's a TV studio. Nah, it's a movie set. Yeah, too much going on in here. Does YouTube count live watch hours to monetization? Yes, it does. It absolutely does. As long as you keep it. Don't delete your live afterwards, because then you're deleting the watch hours too. So yes, it counts watch hours from lives. Is there a max limit for going live? How do you mean? In time? A limit of time? Somebody earlier today said you could only go live for like 12 hours or something, but I thought I've seen 24-hour live streams on YouTube, although you would need equipment that could do that. Like my phone, again, I mentioned this earlier, but when I went live with this phone on the beach the other day, for 2 hours, I started at 95% battery, and it was, I think, 35% when I was done. Okay, 35? Yeah, 35%. So that's 2 hours. So I could do 3 hours. I don't know if I could do 4. To do that, I would need to plug in a battery pack, but I have my mic plugged into this, so I would need a splitter too, but I'm not going to stream for longer than 3 hours on the beach. I don't think, anyways. Never say never, right? Alrighty, what do we got here? What else we got? So yeah, I don't think there's a limit, Song Source, as to how long you can stream for, but somebody earlier said there was. But I know there are services you can sign up for. Like, I know there are some music channels that stream 24 hours, but I think they do it through a service, and they themselves don't go live for that long. I notice YouTube counts live stream hours, but somehow not the short hours. 100% correct. So for monetization, They count the watch hours from live streams and videos, but not shorts. Shorts, monetizing shorts is a different ballgame. They don't count views either with shorts. You don't get paid by shorts views. It's more of a, whoever's watching shorts, the money that YouTube earns from shorts, the ads and whatnot, gets put into a big pool, okay? And then they divvy up all that, whatever percentage they pay out to creators gets divvied up based on how many views your shorts got. It's like a percentage thing, all right? So it's very different than the way they calculate how much you earn from videos and live streams. Live streams are essentially videos, the same thing. So watch hours count, views count, ads play on live stream replays the same way they do on video replays. Okay, so that's important to know. David Blansett, you should do some of your walks with a few minutes of drone footage so we can see your beautiful hometown. I could do that. I haven't done that yet, but at some point I probably should. I probably should. Creators Cove is awesome. Good, Catherine. I'm glad you're enjoying that. What do you think of Creators Corner as a name for this special live we're going to do next week with the 4 creators? Might call it Creators Corner. Don't have to call it anything. It's a live stream. Streams under 13 hours will show up after the stream ends. Okay. Very good. All right. What else we got here? Anaholic says, for your gimbal, I would recommend to look at the weight you need for your camera. For smaller mirrorless cameras, the RS4 Mini is good enough. For setups up to 3 kilograms, you can go for the RS4. Yeah, or for mobile phones, even smaller ones. Yeah, definitely the weight is important. And when weighing your camera, you also have to take into account whatever lens you put on your camera, because sometimes, as Anaholics probably knows, FX3 I think I saw earlier that you use, that stuff can get heavy. If you're using like a full frame camera and big lens, you need a big gimbal for that. All right. Just posted my first YouTube video 10 minutes ago. I know it's not great, but I did it. Congrats. Way to go. Awesome. Good luck with it. Now get to work on your second one. Don't get all caught up in the stats and the analytics of that first one yet. Because it doesn't matter. Get to work on your first one. Get to work on your second one. Watch your first one back and try to pick it apart. Like, be kind of super critical about it and what would you have done differently? And try to learn some lessons from it and apply those to your next video. That's how you get better. The Ho-Hem gimbals, very good for the price. For what it's worth, very good. A gimbal is not just for stabilizing your footage. I would recommend the AI tracking device for your gimbal. Okay, good stuff. I've asked questions. I'll try again next time. Thank you. I'm sorry. I must have missed encouragement seeker. Okay, encourage. I'll search for that. Here we go. Yes, that works. How do people send super chats? If you click on the, there should be a super chat button below, like just where you're writing your comments in the chat. I think there's a dollar bill sign that if you click on that, can I do that? Yeah, that's how you do it. So if I share this with you, and I know it sounds like you've already left, but if you come back and watch, I'll show this, or you'll be able to see this. So if I share this screen here, so this is my YouTube studio. And what you would do, so right down here, instead of just typing a chat here, click this dollar bill. You click on that and you can send super sticker or super chat. If you click on super chat, now you can type in whatever you want. You can donate whatever you want and send a super chat, and that's how it gets sent. So there you go. But again, I think you're already gone. But hey, I've now figured out how to search for only questions from you. So let's just keep going. How come YouTube Music Library for long form is not the same for shorts? I don't know. I didn't know it wasn't the same. Quite honestly, I didn't know that. I don't use it though. I use Epidemic Sound. But yeah, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure why it would not be the same. I've learned something today. All right, now. Oh, you're here. Great. I just answered your questions. I hope they helped. Well, I wasn't able to answer the second one because I don't know the answer to it, but I hope the other one helped. Oh, and others in this chat tried to answer it too. Mike, I posted my first 2 videos, then changed my channel name to better reflect me before anyone knows I'm there. That's totally fine. Perfect. I probably would have done the same thing too. You know, if you didn't like the channel name before, you can change it at any time. I think they limit you to maybe twice in 14 days or something like that, but awesome. Cool. Congratulations to joining a long grind. Don't give up. I want to be able to do a live showing my face and also my crafting process. Do I need cables for it? If you want to show your face and your crafting process, that would suggest you need 2 cameras, if I'm understanding you correctly. And if you need 2 cameras, let me think about this. You could do it without cables if you have a MacBook and an iPhone, because the MacBook, you could use the webcam for, or any, no, it'd have to be Mac. Any, if you have a MacBook, you can use the webcam to film your face, and then your iPhone can be wirelessly connected to your MacBook to serve as another camera, right? And you can maybe mount it above you to show whatever craft you're doing, okay? If it's something on a table, for instance, or if it's like if you're doing a painting on an easel or something, you could set it up on a tripod and face the painting, and then you can have both of those views. And if you use a program like Ecamm Live, you can arrange them however you want, right? Like maybe your face as a picture-in-picture down in the corner, right? You can get really creative with that. But that's a way you could do it without cables. But generally, if you want to connect a camera to a laptop, if it's not Mac and not iPhone, you generally have to plug it in with a cable. Yeah, so I hope that helped. I didn't see the DJI Mic 2 on sale on their website. Check somewhere else. Yeah, maybe Amazon. Maybe Amazon. Yeah, somebody said earlier today that they are on sale. Creators Corner is great. Ties in nicely with Creators Cove. Yeah. But if monetization isn't on during the live, you lose the view hours revenue you could have received. That's correct. But that's okay. I'm okay. I mean, I think at this point, even with 100 and some people coming to my live streams, I might be missing out on, I'm going to guess, $20 during a 2-hour live stream. But I'm all right with that. You know, so that's fine. That's fine with me. Maybe it's even less than that. It might be $15 to $20 is what I could have had. But the other way to look at it is if I had monetization on, and let's say I earned $20 for that live stream, there may be several people that I lost earlier than normal because they got annoyed at live streams and that I was being interrupted and they were missing stuff. So I feel like I would lose people. I wouldn't get as many viewers if I had that on. So it's a give and take, right? So maybe I missed out on $20, but maybe, you know, that it's more than worth it for me to spend $20 to keep everybody watching, is kind of the way I would look at that. All right, D. Yes, the dollar bill. That's how you do it. A tip that I saw recently is to use a sort of magnetic necklace for a wireless mic. You can use the, where'd it go? The magnet that comes with the mic, but that will pull your shirt down. Well, that's a good point. I never thought of that, because it does. It does. These mics, these DJI mics, not only have a clip on the back like that to clip to your shirt, but this little square here, you can it's a magnet. You can pick that off, right? And now I can put this here, and let me just go switch hands because I'm left-handed. Go up here, put the square there, and there, attach it. Okay, and I'll remove your comment so you can see. Yeah, it does pull my shirt down a little bit, right? Because there's some weight to the mic. So you can do that. You can put it up closer there. You can put it off to the side. Some people clip it to their hats. Now the magnet probably wouldn't work through a hat bill, but this clip probably would. I could probably put it like that. Some people do that, and that's nice and clean. I mean, I think it looks a little bit silly, but that's just me, a personal preference thing, right? Some people do this. You know, some people wear their hats backwards. Some people don't pull their pants up all the way. I don't know. Like this, just it's a personal preference thing, and I probably wouldn't do this, but maybe I will someday. Why did I go there? Time for another drink. But yes, like what Ann Hollick said, and all about the alternative just said, there is a necklace, a magnet necklace that you can wear, and you put it, you put it under your shirt, and then it's not dragging your shirt down. But yeah, I guess the necklace would hold your shirt up while the mic's trying to drag it down. So there might still be some drag, but probably not as much. I use the magnet and mic on my shirt, Lego Tour says. Yeah, and I do too. But often, like if it's cold outside and I have a sweater on, I'll still use the mic thing to my shirt here and then put the sweater on. Now the sweater sometimes will partially or sometimes mostly cover the mic, and that's okay. That's like another wind guard, so it works great. Yes, all, wait now. How about Creators Bay or Creators Tube? Yeah, we could do that. What I was thinking for this podcast, and it's not a podcast, it's a live stream where Alexa, Ty, and Brian are going to join me next Tuesday, and we're going to have the four of us have a chat, and you guys can ask questions, and you can listen to us have a good time. What I think I'm going to do, and I have to do this, is I'll create a scene in Ecamm Live where it's a template where there's spaces for the four cameras, right, in the four corners, but I'm going to cut out the middle, I think, a circle in the middle, and maybe put an icon of a table, right? It's like I want it to look like we're all sitting around the table. And then maybe instead of a perfectly square around all of us, I'm going to, cut out a rounded corner of each of the four of us. I don't know if I did that justice, but in my mind, it looks great. We'll see what it looks like when I get into Canva and start creating it. But yeah, that's what I think will look good. What are the beast lights? Oh, best lights over 100 but under 200. So I don't know what these cost in US dollars. I want to say it's around 200. But if you get that package of those two lights by Neewer, let me pull this up. I will show them to you. Yeah, these guys. And now I will share the screen. So, which button? There. These panel lights, whoops, what'd I do? Right here. These panel lights here are the ones that I have here, okay? It came as a kit, two lights, comes with the stands, the plugs to plug them into the wall, even a carrying case, which I've got, stashed away in my closet and I'll never use it. Even those stands I don't use because I then also bought desk-mounted clamp stands that I use instead. Because I think I'm going to convert this into a sit-stand desk, and of course then I need everything attached to the desk, so everything goes up and down with the desk. So, but anyways, yeah, that's what, and I just wanted to get stuff off the floor. I recommend those. That's all I'm using right now. One on this side, one on this side. And this is the US, no, sorry, that's the Canadian site, Amazon.ca. So it's 230 Canadian, that's probably around 170 US or 150 US dollars for these two lights. And they also take batteries, right? You can plug them in or you can put a battery into them. These aren't even the right ones. These are 12-inch. It was the 18-inch ones that I got. Where are they? 18-inch. There we go. That's what they are. And it came with a remote, right, which I've probably lost. I don't use that. 252 Canadian. So again, under 200 US for those two. And then as you can see on the back of them, where is it? Show the back. right there. You can plug in 2 battery. It'll take 1 or 2 batteries if you wanted to run them not plugged in, like if you want to go outside at night, for instance, and make videos. But yeah, I highly recommend these. That's all you need. I mean, if you're talking to a professional photographer, videographer, perhaps these aren't considered the best because the light is a little more harsh, right? There's no grid on it. There's no softbox, no big diffuser, but it is a panel light, so it's better than a bulb, right? Bulbs are really harsh. But you get a bigger light like the one I have back there that's more diffuse. The light might be a little softer when it hits you, but honestly, like we're splitting hairs now. I'm not making videos for Hollywood. My videos don't need to be that good where somebody says, you know what, I think your lighting could have been better. I'd be like, you know what, maybe. But I don't think that would help more people watch for longer, right? It's the content they're here to watch, not how good is my video quality-wise. So, just my thoughts though. I hope that helped. You used your bedside lamp. Hey, whatever works. And again, even if it didn't look perfect, if the content you delivered is what people want to watch and they want to watch it again and they want to share it and everybody wants to watch it, you'll be successful with a video like that. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect. So what do I think about auto doubling? Auto doubling? I don't know what that is. Do you mean dubbing as in doing a voiceover over a video? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh, yes, you said. What I think would be, that sounds very complicated to me. Why not just speak into a microphone and capture it, your audio and video, and then easy peasy, done. If you have to try to speak it again over top of a video you've already made, I feel like that would be a nightmare and would take an awful long time to edit well, or certainly would take a lot of takes to get the audio to match up perfectly with what you're saying. And I don't feel like I'd be I'm not confident enough I could do that so that it would come across as being good. And then you said, no, YouTuber used my video and put that in another language. Okay. YouTube does that automatically. They'll provide a translated transcript for people who, let's say I make my videos in English, okay? But if somebody who, maybe there's somebody who would rather hear it in Spanish or read the Spanish subtitles, YouTube translates that for me. I don't have to worry about that. I don't get into that. I mean, I could. YouTube gives you the tools to upload your own transcript in other languages if you want, but I find that I just think that's too much work. YouTube's starting to do that automatically anyways, so I just let them do it. But they have also used AI voices to voice in other languages. And some people, I had a comment last week, somebody who listened to me in German. I don't speak German, so it was an AI voice that YouTube used to voice the German transcript that YouTube created from the transcript they created in English from my video. Okay, a lot going on there. And the comment I got back from the German guy was that it wasn't a very good job. Like sometimes the AI voice would continue even though I'm not speaking anymore, or I'm speaking but there's silence, right? Obviously it's not going to be able to get that perfect, so it's not going to be perfect. It's just a tool to help other people learn what you had to say in your video in their language. So I'm cool with it. He seemed to imply that it wasn't very good. You should do a better job with that. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let YouTube continue to do its thing. I know they're going to get better at it. But again, my focus is not on making good German videos or good Spanish videos or good Portuguese, whatever. My focus is on making my videos, and YouTube is then, if I was targeting people in another language, then I'd perhaps spend more time trying to get that done. But that would be a lot of work, like a lot of work. I wouldn't be able to do the content that I do if I focused on that. So I hope that helps. Brian says, where is the join button to become a member on a mobile device? I don't know. And I can't check. Maybe you can't. It's possible that you can't join on a mobile device. But I'm not sure. Maybe somebody else in here could answer that. Lego Tour says, I have a massive window in front of me. Yeah, I'm breaking a cardinal sin today, by the way, by putting a massive window behind me. Usually you use windows as your light source. You put it in front of you. But I just thought, hey, a little different view. Usually I have the black curtains drawn here. I thought I'd open them up and make this one a little brighter. Let's see. Spillair TV says, a friend of me is going live 3 hours daily for 300 viewers to get $8 to $10 a day. The viewers in his niche spend mostly $10 to $25 per month anyways to get 3.5 hours in finance knowledge. Okay. Yeah, that's a long time. Yeah, that's going live for 3 hours. I mean, yeah, earning $8 to $10 a day or for 3 hours of live streaming. You have to enjoy the live streaming. Don't do it for the money, because, if you start doing that calculation and trying to justify, I have to go live for 3 hours every day because I make $10 every day, you won't be able to justify it. So I justify my live streams because I feel like it's helping to grow this community. I feel like I'm getting lots of feedback that you guys like it. And it helps my videos because new people come into the live streams and they learn about me, they learn about my videos. So now they'll maybe subscribe and go watch some videos. Some people find me through my videos and they'll all of a sudden notice, oh, he does live streams. I can go on and ask him a question. Awesome. So it's just, everything gets boosted by doing live streams. So no, I don't look at, I appreciate very much every time somebody sends me a super chat. I love you for it. That's awesome. Thank you very much. But that's not my goal. That's not my focus. I don't focus on, oh geez, I have to make $100 today in or $50 or whatever it is in super chats, or I'm just going to keep live streaming until I make that much money. No, I can't. Drive yourself crazy if you think of it that way. All righty, what else we got here? What do you guys think? How many of you have been here for 3 hours? How many have been here for all of 3 hours, including me? Besides me, I have been here all 3 hours. Now I'm just looking at the current chat. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them now. Song Source, not me. Mesmerizing Custom Models, me. Georgia Fan, me. Awesome. Rosanny, thumbs up. Awesome, thank you guys. Caroline, who's a green member. Yes, I have. Awesome, thank you, Caroline. On and off all 3 hours today. Royal Rooster. Robin Boudreau, me. Keeping it real life, 2 hours. Spillair, sorry, only 1+ hours. Come on, Spillair TV, you can do better than that. Just kidding, of course. Tech for Dad started an hour late. We'll go back and watch the first hour later, probably. Glad I worked from home today. 3 hours, Hardway, Alaska. Awesome. David Blancett, thumbs up. Someone's Garden, me. Been here 30 minutes. Morning Coffee, New Zealand. Max Lines Artist. This has been the best live I have sat in. Heartily happy. Awesome. So much information given today. Thank you, Rob. My pleasure. Hopefully you guys all learned something here. Daphne, yep, 3 hours, great, awesome, thank you. Tags in YouTube Studio needed. Tags in YouTube Studio needed. Tags are not as important as they used to be. I still put them in because it's dead easy to do it. If I'm uploading a video, Daphne, what I do is while it's uploading, I work on my thumbnail, and then I'll go to ChatGPT. And since I've been chatting with ChatGPT about the title, what title I should use, what text I should put in my thumbnail, I use ChatGPT for that. Because I had been doing that, ChatGPT knows what my video is about, roughly. They have a title. So I just say to ChatGPT, can you please give me a short description, 1 to 2 sentences, and a list of tags that I can copy and paste and put in my YouTube Studio with this upload. Boom, done. Copy, paste, paste. That's all I do. Sometimes I might reword the description if it doesn't quite fit or if I wanted to add something else. But that's all I do. I don't put any more thought into that because think of it this way. It used to be that YouTube needed those tags, keywords, keyword-rich descriptions. They needed all that to know what your video was about, your title, right? They needed all that. But now, YouTube, when you upload a video to YouTube, YouTube is transcribing that. They transcribe your video, which means they have a text version of your video. They then use that to figure out what your video is about. They can find keywords in your text. They also use that to translate it to other languages and add the subtitles in other languages besides English. But with that transcript, why do you need tags? Maybe add a tag for something that maybe you didn't actually mention in your video, and you want people to be able to search for that and find your video. I suppose you could put that in a tag, but more often than not, it doesn't matter that much. But a lot of people still do it out of habit. But I know people who don't put tags in at all, or descriptions even. I've seen people be successful and not. You guys ever heard of DoorDash? No, not DoorDash. DoDash, D-O-U-G-H, DoDash. I haven't watched any of her videos in a long time, but last summer or last fall, she got really popular very quickly for these very excitable videos she was making. And she was making like 5 videos a day at one point, and she kind of went viral. And the last I saw, I think she was up to 90,000 subscribers, and she never had anything in her descriptions. No descriptions. I don't know about tags, but yeah, and she was doing just fine. So, Tech for Dads, ChatGPT does all my tags, descriptions, and titles, 99%. Yeah, same here, same with me. Even scripts on occasion. I don't do that anymore. But yeah, absolutely. Very informative, Rob. I learned something every live. Nicola, awesome. Good luck with your cooking channel. No problem, Daphne. Skylight, in order to join on mobile, you need to press the subscribe button and then the join button appears. I didn't know that. Thank you. There you go. So for those of you who want to join the members only live tomorrow, that's what you need to do. The live was great. Awesome. ChatGPT did my whole description. Awesome. Let's see. Nicolo's been here for 3 hours. Cool. Appreciate you. Would you say it's harder? Oh, sorry, itchy eye. Where'd that go? Lego Taurus. Would you say it is harder for a 13-year-old YouTuber to grow than a 20-year-old? Oh, geez, I mean, I'm in my 50s, so I'm neither of those. Harder? I mean, it all depends on the audience, right? It really has nothing to do with how old you are. Like, I know a guy in his 80s, old Mike is in his 80s, and he's growing a channel. He's doing quite well. There are little kids, like 5 years old, 10 years old, growing channels to millions of viewers. It's all about the audience. So a lot of kids' channels, what I've noticed is the parents would start it up. The thing is, you have to make videos that your audience wants to see. So I think what they would do is they would kind of okay, if they've got a 5-year-old at home, they know what they like to watch on TV. Well, okay, let's try to make stuff like that because other 5-year-olds in the world might be interested in that. So I think they'll make videos that maybe parents could plunk their kids down in front of a TV and it keep their interest. So what kind of video would that be? Parents of 5-year-olds would probably know. So if they make videos like that, and they may be silly type videos like Teletubbies or, I don't know, I can't remember, Sesame Street back in my day, whatever, Ninja Turtles, whatever. Make video, obviously you can't use those are brands, but if you can make videos that other people want to watch, no matter how old you are, that's your ticket to being successful. Now, if you put yourself on camera as a 13-year-old or a 20-year-old, again, you have to target your audience. So who's a 13-year-old going to make videos for? They could make videos for 5-year-olds, for 13-year-olds, for 20-year-olds, for 80-year-olds, whatever. A 13-year-old could, or a 20-year-old could probably make videos targeting seniors that helps seniors understand the lingo or the language or the slang of today's 20-year-olds. That's a cool idea for a channel, right? So that's an example of a 20-year-old targeting a 70-year-old, and that's their audience, not so much 20-year-olds, right? So it really depends on your audience. I don't think, I can't think of a reason why a 13-year-old would have an easier or harder time to grow a channel than a 20-year-old or a 60-year-old or a 56-year-old, right? Let's see. Anaholics just said, hard to say. It totally depends on the 13-year-old and the 20-year-old. However, I would not try to compare yourself with other YouTubers. Just focus on your own videos. Yeah. And to expand upon that, focus on your own audience, the people you're trying to reach, the people you're trying to help, the people who would find help in your videos. Make videos for them. And that's how you grow. Let's see, I'm kind of jumping around now. But you know what? It's after 5 here. I got to go get something to eat. So I'm going to sign off. Again, next week, this live stream is special. We're going to bring on Alexa Saranoia, Ty Myers, Brian G. Johnson. The three of them and myself will be all on the screen at the same time. They're going to join me by Zoom, and I'm going to add them to the live stream. And we're going to have a fun chat. And we're going to compare notes. And, you know, Brian, how did you do this? Alexa, how do you do that? Ty, how do you do this? We're just going to chat and back and forth. And I have no idea how smooth it's going to be because I'm going to try to be in the chat, but also kind of producing it and scanning your questions and trying to put questions up there. I know I'm going to miss some. It's going to be a huge requirement to put the 3 Qs there. So I'll probably search for the 3 Qs and try to put questions up there like that. But maybe I'll even, actually what I'll probably do is I'll make a post announcing this and say if anybody has any questions ahead of time that you want me to ask, post them here. Again, I can't promise I can get to all of them, but I'll get to as many as I can. So we'll do that at the same time next week for probably 90 minutes or as long as you can keep us around and as long as people's schedules allow us to stick around. And it'll be fun. And depending on how well that goes, I may do it again. Maybe with different people, maybe with some of the same people, all the same people, maybe with more people. I mean, but I was thinking, how many can I have around a table? I think 4 is a good number to start with. Maybe we have 5 or 6 in the future. I don't know. Let me know what you think, and I'll try to make it happen. I can reach out to people and try to make it happen. So, with that said, sounds groovy, Songsource says. Groovy. You're dating yourself. That's a very 70s term. Remember to like, everyone. Thumbs up. Oh, the thumbs down disappeared. Somebody gave me a thumbs down earlier, but I don't know what I said to cause that. I probably missed a question, but it's gone. All right. So next up for me, before that, so a post tonight announcing that live for next week. And then I'm going to have another video out, I hope, probably Thursday or Friday. Not sure yet. Tomorrow's live stream for the members. We're going to do that. And I'm going to do another live stream, I think, Saturday morning, weather permitting, or sometime in the weekend, maybe Sunday. That's it. So thanks again for stopping by. I appreciate all of you. This is a lot of fun. And if you haven't done a live stream yourself yet, I highly encourage you to try. It's the best fun you'll ever have. All right, guys. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye.